Alright. So, last time, you guys have been actually staying at your new home in Inventus. Your estate that you have settled up with your orphans, now 7 of them. You've brought 1 back to Alberzine. You guys have fixed up some of your home. You helped ward off some of the elementals that were caused by the flare-ups in the storm with Mr. Gerald Strom. And now you guys have left, and you have left your estate with Lawden and about 2 to 2.5 weeks worth of food and rations with a bunch of, let's say, chores to do to fix up the home and get it fixed up. You gave them a bunch of gold to do so. You guys then went and heard that from Talia that there was a certain Durdel Harriet and a Penal that was in business with the missing children, and she spoke of him as well as trying to take Jordan, one of the other orphans that decided to stay back. They basically spoke of overhearing words and things of these guards or people that were hired to kill these orphans, and supposedly thousands have been taken over the years. On your travel from Inventus to Alberzine, you guys were somewhat trailed by some sort of shadowy figure, and it started at your farm that you guys noticed. Well, wife noticed it most of the time, and then once again on your guys traversing towards Alberzine. You guys then met up. You guys were taken in with General Grendridge, and you guys were questioned slightly, but you guys basically saw Grendridge being spoken to by a council member, and after this short, brief speech, basically was told that this Benor was going to meet with the headmaster with you all, and General Grendridge, as well as Denistine, who is still alive, are to be basically banished. They think that something must have been done or had to have been done. They have some sort of doings, and Denistine kind of took the fall for kind of what happened. Kind of made a lie, and now after this, you guys are now getting ready to go meet the headmaster with what seems like this Benor Yuan that you guys met with, who is going to walk in with you. You guys just have just a few moments while you guys are sitting outside as you guys are getting ready to enter. Is there anything you guys want to do while you guys are just kind of gathered outside? Benor has already entered. You see just kind of, you're in like a T-shaped hallway, and there's just 2 guards to the right and 2 guards off to the left. No?
That sounds like. Fucking anyone got any good ideas? What we can fucking tell these people?
Probably should just stick with the truth.
I don't know if I like that. Yeah, there we go. You're closer.
To be honest, we're like sure about a magic academy. If magic have spells that can force us to tell the truth.
Yeah. Well,
and if the headmaster of this academy doesn't know that spell,
they don't.
He probably knows somebody who does.
To be fair, the spell, if I know what you're talking about, it doesn't force you to tell the truth. It prevents you from lying. The difference there. Not to mention the fact that truth is subjective.
Kind of depends on the questions.
Yeah.
Like, if he has best questions, you know.
Yeah, truth is very subjective, malleable, flexible. I'm honestly not that.
I don't know. 2 people just got fucking banished in front of us. I think lying backfire real hard.
I don't think you're.
Or even telling half truths. Like, nah.
I don't think
you're saying of. You can't tell a deliberate lie. So if you don't know, it's not the truth.
Yeah, it's not.
You can search just lie, but
it's not on
you have to
Choose
not know
your answers wisely.
And you don't have
I mean,
to not answer.
Player cards close.
We could try to focus on the fact that we
See, the point that I don't understand is the guy just took the fall. They've already handed down a punishment for whatever's going on here. Why are they still digging? Like, I don't understand that part.
Well, I think they're still digging because the professor is missing.
Mm-hmm. The professor, they believe
And
he did.
there was also a prison break with people matching our description.
I don't know if they know that.
We're imagining.
The descriptions.
Just perfectly we'll talk to you because
Your nature. Yeah, I don't think they figured out we're connected. And I would prefer to keep it that way.
Technically, they made Grendridge take a payment for the families because they know he was.
He more or less took the fall for the prison.
Yeah, which was
Dennis-
400 gold.
Denistine took the fall.
That means we're free.
He was banished. He's just
double
going.
jeopardy. So we might as well just tell the truth because technically,
Oh, yeah, to
we
pay
should
the
get
fee back,
punished.
I don't know. Double jeopardy exists in Alberzine. and
Do a history check to see if double jeopardy exists.
and even then, double jeopardy only exonerates people who have been found innocent. We haven't been found innocent. Other people have been found guilty. There's a difference.
Technically, you guys really haven't been questioned.
And we
You guys
technically
kind of.
haven't done anything wrong.
Say that under. Say that under.
I mean, is breaking out of prison bad? If we were unlawfully in
We
prison?
were never convicted.
Is it?
So what I'm hearing is,
So where were we?
Well, I feel like the murder.
Yeah. But like, what, like, do you have a say?
Where were we during the explosion?
Or saying all this out loud.
Yeah, we have no alibi.
it'd be whispered.
And also, the like.
Yeah.
Something like it now.
Oh yeah. But also like
We can't
Also,
whisper.
the events with Firelord and Cassandra are kind of like super important.
I don't know that either. I don't.
And I think
I brought it up and they fucking laughed at me. I don't know what that's. I don't know. Yeah. You want to have any proof of a fire? Do I have anything?
I mean, Grindridge also has the cult mark that Paul has.
I don't remember that at all.
He showed it when you sent us to the prison.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
That and the fact that she turned from like a lady to a dragon.
Again, they don't know that. They won't believe us. Does anyone have?
That's why
What'd
we
you
asked
say?
for
What
the
was you
zone
saying?
of truth.
Grindridge
has that cult mark.
Yeah, Cat's Zone of Truth. Because if he has Zone of Truth and we tell them our story under Zone of Truth,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They know
you
we're
guys.
saying
You guys
truth.
know that Grendridge said, he had some like pact with Cassandra.
Yes, we knew that part.
He also had like the cult thing.
Yeah. The whole point of Grindridge kidnapping us and coercing us is to get out of his pact with Cassandra Bolt. And he did not share that information. He wanted to keep that close to his chest.
that and also they're like weaponizing my soul or something.
I mean, yeah.
Nah, you're supposed to.
And I
How about this?
I kind of want to figure out questions about that.
Instead of worrying about the blowing up house business and Cassandra Bolt, we focus on you. We just throw you under the bus. We sell you we sell your soul to them. That's
Yeah, I think. And then we have cryptic to worry about. Dude, shit's awful. We're fucked.
And it's not bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad. I don't know.
I'll say you guys have been sitting out here for about 5 to 10 minutes, and after a few
Not
more
whispering in the
moments,
middle of the fun.
you see one of the guards move forward.
We broke out of prison.
Are you guys going to enter? They are waiting.
Oh, we didn't know. I thought we were gonna.
We were preparing. We're preparing.
Yeah, we're not. Thought we were being summoned.
Yeah, sorry, we're kind of dumb. So
We can head in. Sure.
Take a few more moments if you wish, but not too long. Then you see him kind of take a few more steps back.
Yeah, Captain, though we had to be invited.
I mean, we could just kind of cheese it.
Here, I could just conjure 12 squirrels and just yell scatter. And book it, right? I think
I have like 8 teleportation spells. I can get out of here.
no one else does.
No one else. Well, you could. You could just turn into like a mouse and just fucking.
I do have a teleportation scroll. I have a vortex work. I can teleport other people, but not me.
At this point, you see the door kind of, and Yuan kind of peers on out. Are you all ready?
I think so.
Well, then come on in. And you see he opens the door a little bit more, and inside you see what looks to be somewhat of a small room with like a bright light emitting with darkness kind of all around. That's all you can kind of see. You guys ready to walk in?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys walk on in. As you do so, you see what looks to be about 8, maybe 9 guards in a circular room around what looks to be like a centralized light area with a larger podium off in the distance that's kind of darkened out. You can't see the figure that's kind of sitting upon this mantle. There is no light. You guys walk on in and you see the lights are just shining right on you. Everything else is kind of silhouetted out around you and your peripherals. You wait for a moment. You see Yuan. So, Headmaster, summoned to speak with you. He wishes to ask some questions about the last couple of weeks and your doings with Grandridge, among other things. See him step back into the darkness. Then after about 15 seconds, you see this, I'd say, silhouetted figure approach up out of his chair. Seems to have what looks to be like a large, sharp nose. You notice that his eyes are kind of narrowed, and he has like a dark, bright snow white hair. He's late into his 60s. He has a bright blue robe that you guys from Hexwell have been here. You guys know it's embroidered with like this cursive H to show the sign of the blue crystal and the stature of how, I'd say, how well or how high of an aristocrat he really is here. As he takes a moment and he walks in.
What race is he?
From what you can tell, he looks to be human, possibly half-elf. You're not quite sure. He's got like a hat and kind of like a robe over him and long white snow hair that kind of covers most of his features. But as he looks and he goes to speak, so, I have summoned you here because there have been certain events happening in the Hexwell region that we need answers for. And you have been quite closely attached to some of the issues we have found to be arising. You see, he looks right at you, Orm. We know Cassandra had something to do with your raising, part of your founding. We know that General Grandridge broke you all out of prison. We know many things. I stand here wanting you to not lie to me. I give you this one option. I'll hopefully work on good terms. You see, he kind of turns his back. You see that his hands are long and wrinkled. He puts them behind his back and he starts walking around you all. Very slow, seems to be well into his 70s as he walks. You can tell now, most likely human. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Answer them truthfully, and we will have no issues. Got to answer them in an ill-manner way, and know that I will have more questions. See my gods? He kind of waves his hand, and you see 9 very heavily statured and armored guards. Let's not have to use them today. Let's become friends. You've been students here, and I wish to not threaten anybody, but most of you have grown up. No longer students. So, the first question, you see he stops walking around. Why were you in the Contravance Holt?
Thank you. we were in the Contraband's Hold because we were coerced by Grendrich through the abuse of his position to alleviate his debt or contract or deal with Cassandra Volt.
Pact also works.
Pact would be a great word.
So you were helping him.
Yes. And I have, if I may, a single question before we continue. If that's okay.
May ask it, may not answer it.
And then lack of an answer is an answer. We're kind of interrupted.
Okay.
There's fucking hooligans out in the hallway.
Hooligans.
See those guys? Those guards out there?
Somebody.
Like slacking on them. You seek the truth, and we have the truth. I just want a simple reassurance or an understanding that the truth is what you are after, and not someone to make an example out.
No. I want to know the truth and everything you know.
And so, we may not be immune to punishment, but it'll certainly be...
Oh, who said anything about punishment?
You have 9 guards.
For my protection. I'm an elderly man.
You hold a great deal of power.
I do?
Yes, you are the headmaster.
I am.
Yes.
And as you do this and you see him walking around and you kind of see him moving and kind of sifting around, everybody give me a perception.
Not Albren? Fucking that one bit was not good.
So,
Dark in here.
Perception?
It's dark, yes, perception.
19.
Ooh, okay. So, as you guys all look around, quite unsure. But life kind of being quiet in the background. Meanwhile, Gildor catching everybody off guard. Sneezing, you see.
With no lungs. A chew.
Yeah.
He's just real nervous.
you just heard me coughing.
You see off in the corner, slightly as he kind of shifts from this ring that he's been walking around that you guys have been standing on center. A small glint on his hand. Turns hand when he's speaking to Orem and motioning. Notice that it is some sort of ring, red crystal. As you see him kind of moving it around, you know that this is not just an ornate crystal. Kind of, just by looking at it, it has like this brass and gold band and feature that seems very specific. Like, never seen anything like it, and seems to be the only piece of jewelry he's wearing. As he almost catches you looking at it, and look away, and he quickly puts his robes back over his hands long enough where you just see the ends of puts them back behind his arms, or his back again. So, will not answer your questions any further. Just know that I want everything that you know. It will be kept within these walls.
That is a little important to me anyway. It's much more important to you, what I'm saying. We were in the Contraband's Halt. Back in the question. To assist Grendrich in his pact. Relieve him of.
Did this pact have something to do with Cassandra's manor being exploded?
Cassandra Volt blew up her own manor.
He kind of walks around for a moment, kind of stares at you. Takes a few passings, then he looks at each one of you. Well, that is what you say, then while you were in the Contravents Holt, did you find anything?
He was.
No, not from you. You. What did you
I
find?
find anything?
No. All of you. Why? When you were there with Grandridge. You went there,
Cassandra.
but why was she there?
Honestly, I don't remember.
He was having a meeting.
Hmm. With who?
I remember his description, but I don't. Right now.
He was the one from Rocks. I'm pretty sure Aaron wasn't included.
Three people?
There were three people.
There
You
were-
know that one was from Rocks.
One was from Rocks, and the other one was the Blood Mage, right?
No, no one was a blood mage yet.
Honorable Blood Mage.
Give me.
We killed the Rocks guy? We didn't fuck off.
You killed the Rocks guy, and he let the blood mage go. He said go.
Oh, yeah, yes. I remember that guy. I remember when the
And
Blood
Blood
Mage.
Mage was just like, peace.
And just teleported away. So,
Give
give me. I'll say one of you can give me an intelligence check to see if you can remember what his
I'm
name
good
was.
at that.
Because I told you.
The Rocks guy?
No, the other guy.
Blood Mage?
Yeah.
I didn't write that one.
19.
Did not write that down.
His name, you know, was Trixis. That's all you heard from the name.
Aldor Trixis and a rock sky. What I tell him. Say.
As you say the word Trixis. Interesting. For them to. Yeah, they don't.
I don't know who Trixis is.
He's a professor.
I did not know that.
Huh. I know him personally, too.
A former professor, so you're working with.
Seems to be. I shall speak with him soon. Besides the matter, when you were abducted by Grandridge, why did you not turn him in? Why did you not flee? Why did you not abduct him? You were with him for nearly 3 weeks.
Because of our history with Cassandra. We were probably going after her anyway. Our goals aligned. It was a good old enemy of my enemy kind of deal. That, he kind of like took some fucking heavy damage fighting with us, so we kind of like threw on each other.
But you aided someone who supposedly unlawfully imprisoned you, and then you helped him.
We helped him with a goal that we were working on anyway. And he also had more information about our goal that we ourselves did.
So then I can rule out any exoneration with that in mind, knowing that you did aid him, knowing what you were doing.
We also felt like we didn't have any option either.
Didn't sound like that for a moment. You see, he circles a little bit around again. Maybe choose your words a little bit more carefully. So, next. When you were with him, who was working with the general? Did he have any accomplices besides yourselves?
The only one of note is one you already knew. I believe Venur mentioned the ex who was in Rock's hands. currently, I believe. Other than that,
Denistine,
no.
was he working with you?
I don't know if they've ever met before in their life.
Don't lie to me.
No, we're talking about Grindrich and Denistine.
Is Denistine working with Grendrich?
No.
Completely unrelated.
I think they're totally unrelated. I don't know if they've even met before today. I mean, they work in the same city, but no.
If they are, we wouldn't know.
So then, only his girlfriend.
And her crew.
Know her of.
Aussie gang.
We know her of sister of a representative running. Is that correct?
I
Hemtrix?
think so.
Take note of it, and you see Yuan. Yes, he writes, taking note as you guys see off in the kind of darkness. You see him writing things down. Okay. How did you get out of prison?
Bribery and force. How else do people escape from prison?
This guy killed by Sam.
We kind of just ran off into the worst possible direction.
Hands
It
are
ate
tricky,
me.
but
Oh, yeah.
that sounds like a bad day. Maybe you should have stayed in prison.
I didn't eat. I'm like, there's like,
There's no skin. Yeah, there's no meat on you. It's weird. Maybe you just need some calcium.
So there was no trickery to be done. No secret walls, nothing that I need to know that lie in Padre.
not that I know of.
I think
Give me a deception check.
There is a secret
19.
wall on the side of the building. I don't know how hard it is to get through the building. But a guard child.
Huh. And nothing else. Interesting. Been looking and hearing that for quite some time there's been prisoners that have been escaping. Unable to ascertain out how. Or even why. Huh. Thought you might have a better answer.
You didn't know about the secret wall, though?
I thought the secret wall was like supposed to be like an emergency exit for guards.
I don't know the ins and outs necessarily of the prison. I'm the headmaster. I'm just...
We knew a secret way out of the prison. We probably wouldn't have fought with people.
Yeah, because we had to climb. We climbed the tower.
Hmm.
Jumped off the roof.
That was his original plan, but we're like, yeah.
We left it.
You guys basically like ran down and went down
Frank
the
was, like,
hallway.
running from the
Yeah.
thing that he was.
We like took that emergency fire exit.
We picked it out.
Yeah, I got some.
It probably should have been more
Right there.
secure for me.
Absent-mindedly picked this.
So, hang on, he's got it. So, what business do you all think you have if there's nothing going on within the prison? Say you are no longer working with Grendridge, or are you?
He said he's kind of grown on us.
Then he needs taken away from Alberzine.
Oh yeah,
Immediately.
We have
Not an
that
issue. Deal.
And that's not an issue.
His 400 gold is going to need to be paid.
I'm sure he
And
has.
aside from that, I guess I really only need to know.
Oh, there's also a bunch of human traffickers, so it kind of made up morally. That happened.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any contacts in the city?
Managed the one we knew.
Denistine. I mean, we have one, but she already is related to you. The heretic Orlando.
Hmm.
Arlanda.
Stay out of trouble while you're on Hexwell.
You is that Percy?
Know of Percy.
We like Percy.
Oh yeah, Crozer kidnapped a bunch of kids. He's sending them to what's it called?
A temple
Yeah.
or
Pinell?
a daredevil.
Where
Yeah.
did we get our house again?
Harry. They don't need to know where we live. They don't need to know where
Well, no, I think I'm on a report. Orphanage owners selling orphans. Like everyone else was forced to give up the kids.
Invictus.
They were selling children.
That does sound quite alarming.
Yeah.
See, where was this, you said?
The selling of orphans or the kidnapping of students to be human trafficked to an entirely different continent?
Oh yeah, that happens too, and it's the same group doing both.
Got a couple names.
I shall take whatever information you have, yes.
The student was named Natalia? Wrote that fucking down
Yeah.
somewhere in this bitch.
Yeah, Talia.
I don't think we ever caught a last name.
Nope.
No. I think you said she was a gnome at first, and then you called her dwarf the rest of the night.
She was a dwarf, yes.
The man who's
She was a dwarf.
standing for these children for the chapel. His name is
Eric?
Eric the Mad, I guess he is.
Duradel?
Birdo Harriet.
Yep.
There's also a Jameer Crestfall.
You lot. Yes, sir. After all this is taken down, I want to act on what things we can that are within our reach. Now, while you are here within... No, you want... You shall wait. You shall wait.
Okay.
While you are here in Alberzine, you can stay. But do not cause any trouble. I do not want to hear your names anymore associated with any more of the ill tidings that seem to be happening that surround you. I have nothing to really hold you against. Cassandra, we still look for, even though we know, or at least seem to believe, he's dead. Is that correct?
Cassandra Volt, the former professor. The problem associated with that her recent change of character, her mistidings, I believe were brought on by entity that more or less
A definite third party influence.
possessed her, mind controlled her, and that, I believe,
This changed her thoughts, manner. Huh.
Oh, and she also turned into a dragon looking thing.
did something about trying to summon the Fire Lord. Does that mean anything to you?
As you say that, see, he definitely kind of diffs a bit. But when you on taking down notes the entire time, give me a perception check.
He scoffed at that earlier. Oh, that's good. 26?
You notice that he doesn't take down the notes. That as he's writing and things, that last little bit of the Fire Lord seems that Yuan left that out. Without even saying anything, that was just you just noticed that all of a sudden he just quit moving.
Because,
That's all you really notice.
well, I literally asked
Sorry.
Albren, does the name Fire Lord mean anything to him?
Just shifts for a moment. No answer. After, I'd say about another 30 seconds, he keeps moving around. I've heard it only once. Long time. I can't speak of it. So, no, it is forbidden knowledge. There's a reason why most don't know the name. Most won't know. They'll stay that way. Now,
Do you know the name?
just ask
You didn't say.
that I'm not going to answer any more on it. So, do not act up. And yes, what do you want to say?
I'm Gildor, and I'm a skeleton. I became a skeleton in a magical accident at this academy. By the way, so when I became a skeleton, apparently, like, my elemental eldrenness became like a gem or a crystal.
Oh, you were the one. I was not headmaster then, but I heard of the incident.
And apparently, people have taken that gem, fragmented it, and are using it for some nefarious purposes. One person that had it on them turned into a monstrosity that killed our companion in the woods. And Cassandra also had.
So
the
this
same
was in
thing.
the contravents hole.
Yes.
Was things.
It disappeared. Cassandra Bolt.
In this
You
entity
didn't
that-
tell me of these gems or
Well,
what-
I haven't had.
Well,
This
and
was-
I think maybe when you asked him,
but when I
Because
asked,
it's more personal that I wanted
I think
them
because
to get through their things.
so is this what
This one's more
caused
personal to me.
is this what caused your friend to die? What caused Gem? Don't
We
understand.
don't know, but apparently a giant monstrosity made of plant matter,
Was changed
was
by
changed by this thing, and it had this machine that had a fragment of this stuff. That
there
broke.
was sheen tied to it.
I think we have it.
we don't have the gem.
I think I have it.
We have the machine. Somebody has.
I'm like fucking looking through my bag. I pull it out.
You bring it with you?
Yeah.
So
It's always I've never dropped it.
Okay.
So fun fact. That actually might be in mine.
It might be in his bag.
I might not have.
I
I don't think I ever gave you it.
Me or him has it.
Say what now?
The crystal out in the
Yeah, I have it.
I think you've handed it to me to look at.
walk over,
I would say it doesn't really remind you of it. You just notice it's very ornate, and you can tell that it's
You
like
took it to
almost. The more you see him
Yeah,
walking
for
around
sure,
with your
study.
perception, it's like a very bright red.
If
Yeah,
I have
very
it,
bright.
Regardless, we have it.
I'm gonna hand it to you.
Well, then write it down. Whoever has it needs to write it down.
It's right in
I
my
have it now.
inventory. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I never.
Well,
gave
then write it down.
Yeah, there you go.
Take it
But,
down.
I might be a little bit of a stink eye, but it's fine.
So you show him this machine.
Yeah.
He doesn't take it. He just looks, and then you see after a moment, he just kind of lightly with like a magic element just kind of floats it out of your hand in front of him and catches it. Huh. I've seen a few of these. Thank you for bringing this to me. Now, I have a certain meeting with another individual. Good luck in your adventures, and once again, we speak. I hope it's on better terms next time. Don't wish to having a worse interrogation the next time we meet. Consider this a fair warning. Free to go. See him turn and he motions to Yuan. Yuan gets up and he walks over to the door and you hear, and it just kind of air breeze and it opens up after being kind of stale for a moment, not being open. You guys feel the rush of fresh air in, and then you see another figure start walking in. Completely dark though.
Real quick, out of
Yep.
character. When we were taking that test with Denistine,
Uh-huh.
was that for?
To the invocations. So like the feet
That's all that was for.
Mm-hmm.
more or less.
I mean,
We weren't like personal
what are you asking?
helpers for the school. Were we supposed to be like adventurers for the school, or was this just
No, so technically he works for the Council of Collective, or worked. And when you guys were doing that, he was just with you. You told him you had suspicions. He was like, okay, I'll go help you look for this. You guys went and everything transpired. He kind of took the ball for you. Is now lost title as the head of the Council of the Collective, which is like the people who kind of have to deal with part of the collective. You know, they don't like run the Mythic Dungeons, but they have like part of the Titans in it. They're kind of like this group of individuals that have to do with like the guild masters. It's almost like a union for the city in a way.
Are
They
they
just make sure people
like
are
the economic side of stuff, as opposed to like the scholarly side of the school.
kind of. They're there to make sure that, you know, students are being taken well care. You know, nobody's being like, you know, bullied. If there's issues, they're going to make sure it's being taken care of. Kind of like the soft security of like the estate and the scholarly side. They have like the signups and the registration for the Mythic Dungeons. You know, it's kind of like your 4-H group, kind of. You know, they do stuff, but without it being like super official. You know, they don't like directly work with the headmaster.
It's community stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like a, you know, that's why it's called the Council of the Collective. It's like the collective of the school and the Alberzine and, you know, the area that have elected this individual who has just gained posture in the, you know, ranks of the community. They've just ruled that he does good for all of us and he's doing it for good reasons. He doesn't really make money for it, but, and he's been giving out these invocations to those because he's the one who holds them. That's where the power comes from. He holds these scrolls of invocations that he can hand out to students, but they need to be worthy. He can't just hand them out to anybody and them just go willy-nilly taking them around. That's why when they called everybody back in, it was kind of a big deal because it wasn't just current students. That means there's probably a drought in students or, you know, something's going on. And you guys know that students are going missing. Orphans are, you know, a lot of people over the years have been going missing. So that might be tied in possibly. That's just, you know, but anyway, so yeah. Now, as you guys are turning and getting ready to walk out, you see this figure. As you do so, you notice as you guys kind of exit the light and this individual enters, you see actually Aldor Trixis himself walking by you guys. And as he does so, you see almost like a very smug, almost smile as he kind of wears like this reddish cape that kind of, almost like a fur that's matted, almost like a blood red. You kind of see this smirk, and then as he walks fully into the light, that kind of disappears as he stands before Albren. And then he waits. He looks. Leodore. See Leodore hold up his hand as you guys waits for you all to leave. You guys leave, and the door closes behind you. And now you guys are outside. You guys once again see both of the guards side of you and the doorway in which you guys entered in front of you. What do you guys want to do?
One question: did he give the machine back, or did he keep it?
Think positive.
Did he give the machine back when he looked at
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he gave it back, yeah.
my character is just gonna be like, is that the last time we're gonna see that guy?
I mean, probably, but
Which guy?
do we care?
The headmaster.
The headmaster? I mean, that blood mage is. I was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna give the guards like a heads up that they might want to actually like be closer to that door. Because if that blood mage guy, if he goes fucking ham, he's gonna take at least one of those fuckers down. Same. Yeah. We can leave. Are we leaving?
Yeah.
Thank God. We're just gonna leave.
All right, so you guys walk out.
As I leave, I'm gonna like tell the guard, be like, the guy who's mage who just walked in, the teacher. Yeah, that guy's wrong. He's the problem. You might want to be like closer to that door in case there's a scuffle.
He turns and eats here all the time with Leodore. Not worried about
Okay.
Trixis.
Right.
Exactly, more worried about you all. Have a good day.
Alright, you too. Fair warning. Bye.
So, you guys make your way out, and as you do so, what do you guys want to do? You guys are now outside, and
This is the first time where we can just like take a breath, and we finally get to kind of choose what we want to do.
Which means you're gonna hate the next thing that I said.
oh god. So what is that?
We might have to wait a couple weeks just for the heat to die down. But I do have Bolt's grimoire and this big brass key that I need to take to her office at some point. But they might be watching that for a minute. So.
Now, as you guys see this, and you guys are walking out, and you guys are just kind of talking, you see Grendridge and Dennisine both kind of like walking out, being escorted out. See a guard, basically giving Grendridge and Dennisine their things. You all have less than an hour to exit the city, and don't come back. Thank you for your duty, sir, and good luck. Both of them are given their things. They both start kind of walking out. Grendridge, both of them actually start heading towards your way. Grendridge kind of walks up. So, I paid my debt, but now I'm kind of broke. But I'm gonna use the rest of the money to get back to. And he looks around the place, and
How about instead of spending money,
yeah,
we hit Percy's,
Yeah,
buy supplies for the place.
I need
and
to
you
leave.
And yeah,
correct.
we're going
We
straight.
have an hour.
And you're getting in the small carriage with the supplies we put in it. And bounce it. That way you don't have to pay.
I was just gonna. Is Dennisine here?
Yeah.
Dennisine, do you need a place to live?
I'm not sure. I might have some family, but they're not in Hexwell.
How would you feel about 10 orphans?
Yeah, we kind of have children now.
Now that we're gonna just tell each other, can we move a little bit farther away from this district talk? I mean, as you look around, there's quite a few guards. I mean, you're in like one of the
We'd probably.
higher noble, almost like democratic districts in the area.
What time of day is it?
About,
How far is Percy's from where?
I'd say maybe 15 minutes walking. Pretty busy. Maybe 10 minutes if you're like, run. Yeah.
I mean, we aren't banned from the city, so we could just take them outside the walls, send these two with the small carriage home while we.
Hopefully on our way find some place we could buy supplies.
I mean,
that way it's not an empty carriage.
Did we bring both of them?
Probably did.
No, we left. We
I
left
thought
one
we
there.
We only have the big one, you're
We
right.
only have the big one.
Yeah.
They can babysit the big.
Yeah, you guys only have one carriage.
We didn't want to leave them.
Shadow.
without a carriage at all.
Doing perception?
Let's get them. I feel like we should just get them out.
You glance
I'd say-
around, nothing.
Get them out of the city, and then we can just.
Is there like a travel service?
Yeah, there is. You can rent a carriage. That's what he was saying. That's what he was alluding to. He's going to rent one.
That's fine. Yeah, let's do that while we get out of the district. We can head to wherever we
Let's
can
go.
get you on a carriage.
All right, I'll stay in the city a little bit longer. We'll go meet at Percy's. Yeah?
And that's up to you. You can
I
come with us.
mean-
If you want to get out of the city, all right, you don't got an hour.
He looks down. He knows that his sword's gone. I need something. When I was taken in, they took everything I had other than my gold because, well, they took my gold anyway in the end.
Give him my handouts.
That'll work until I get back.
You're more great sword guy.
All right, how about this? You want me to just leave? You guys gonna do your own thing?
It's how safe do you think it is if we rented a carriage and got the supplies for you to take with it? You think that would take too much time
Shouldn't.
before you get in trouble?
We're pretty quick about it. I don't think so.
Well, let's do that then.
All right. You guys start making your way, and Benestein follows. Can I just talk for a quick moment when we make it outside of this district? You guys start entering into the market district. As you do so, he kind of pulls you into a small alley and then looks around. I lied to you all earlier. I am part of the Council of the Collective. Well, at least I was. But it wasn't just to help the people. There's things that are happening here. I know that you met with the Headmaster. Don't be fooled by him. Play nice. He wants to. But the reason why I've came here because I'm working with certain individuals. All working together. Call it the Shadow Council if you wish.
Yeah.
Not the official name, but that's what we tell people. There's certain things going on here. I'm a part of that. Cannot be ruined and my cover cannot be blown, but now that I am not a part of this, that is why I took the fall. Need to detach myself from Alberzine. But know that things are happening with the Headmaster, the Red Council. He is a part of it, among many others. Don't get too close to him.
I hope to never meet that man again.
You
He's
will.
selling kids.
Not sure if he's the one selling kids, but I think he already knows about it.
And hasn't done anything?
Did you tell him about it? What did he say?
Nothing.
Kinda like, oh, that's bad. And
Exactly.
then he moved on.
Exactly. Did he really tell you anything?
He seemed like he kind of cared, but it was very smart.
Like maybe he was supposed to care, right? That's exactly what he wants you to think, like he's there on the surface. But deep down, he's probably just prodding for information.
Oh, I wholeheartedly already.
Oh yeah, we were definitely being
we
interrogated.
knew that. We didn't.
So then don't play too far. Kind of looks at you. Don't even trust me. Don't let people too close to you here. People can double cross you, and he kind of looks at Grandridge. For real, you guys. I've worked with many individuals, taught many students, seen many go down corrupt paths. Be careful who you surround yourselves with. Some will take advantage of you and your powers, gain what they want, toss you to the side, and throw you to someone like the Headmaster when they want.
I mean, in all honesty, you guys kind of both threw yourselves under the bus for us.
Yeah.
Pretty high up on
And that's
the
why
right now.
we're all sitting here talking in this alley. But who else knows what you've done? Aldor Trixis. Cassandra Volt. He's dead, you say. Good. Who else knows, though? There are certain individuals. And if he's friends, this Aldor, with Albren, the Headmaster, you don't think that maybe he might know what's going on with Cassandra? Come on, don't be naive. Start putting it together. They're playing you like fools. They want to know what you know.
Apparently, what we know.
You need to watch all of your steps. Who's following you while you're here when you leave the city.
Apparently, what we
That goes
know,
for you too, Gren.
not a big concern. Or else we wouldn't be talking to you.
Who's to say? And let me just say this once, because I may be wrong. Who's to say that individuals are going missing? All of these people don't have something to do with maybe you all helping in some way if you get too close to it. You already know about it. You already told people to be done. Now you have orphans that you're harboring. You say this out loud. You think you make yourselves a bigger target now?
I just don't think there's a point because we didn't hide the fact.
But why
When
do
we
they
got the
want
orphans?
the... Shh. He kind of turns around. Why do they want them in the first? Why are we not asking this question? Sure, the orphans, but why? What is the purpose? Why not take men and women? Why take
Because they're
children?
easier to
Manipulate.
like brainwash.
But essentially, a cult's taking them.
So what? Pure souls?
I think easier to manipulate souls.
Into what?
Faithful
Loyal
zealots.
To do what though? These are the questions. These are the answers. These are what? These are the things that if we don't have any answer for, we don't know the answer for. Why are we even going down that path?
The answer for that is a continent.
Maybe.
You know,
The best we could probably do is investigate and see if we can
I'm not saying you
build
have
a
to do
supply
anything.
chain.
I'm saying what you're doing, you need to be careful. You need to understand that you may be attaching yourselves to things that you don't really know that are going on. And if you go too far, you may not be able to get yourselves out. Understand that.
and we do nothing.
I'm not saying that, but know that if you do something, you're possibly going into something.
You're asking to
It's a
accept
warning.
our actions have consequences.
Not so much that, but understand that you're dealing with lives. You've already taken on some yourselves. You have an estate, you say. Right? So if that's true, you've already taken on more responsibility than just the four of yourselves. You already have lost one. Who's to say you're not going to lose more along the way if you're going to go down this path?
I don't even know if we're going to go down that path.
Exactly. So you need to figure that out. Don't put just part of your toe into the bucket and then get swallowed by the bucket when it freezes your toe off. Understand that if you're going to go in, understand what you're doing. Maybe someone else could handle this. Or if you're going to handle it, maybe get a little bit more information. Maybe be a little bit more smarter than just walking into town, walking around, presenting yourselves with a... He just looks over. You have a fucking beast attached to the front of your carriage. Nobody does that. No one. You're undead. People know you for no other reason than that. And you want to go and try and investigate. You have fucking Teddy's tours plastered on one of your other carriages.
I mean,
Oh, that's right, yeah. The only, yeah.
I mean, hilariously.
So yeah, with that one is basically a flamboyant.
Hilariously, the more public we are with dealing with people selling orphans, I think the better.
Bigger target, right?
Bigger target, correct. But if we snuck around and did it in the shadows, I think that would be way more troublesome.
But what have you done? Gathered some information that is good. But what is the next thing that you're going to do with it?
I have no idea.
And that's why we're sitting here. I'm separating myself. I need to focus on the council. Elections are soon. Something is going on. There are more representatives that I think are corrupt this year throughout many of the regions of Hexwell than ever before. They want the election. Why? Need to figure it out.
People always want election.
But listen, the discovery of Geom recently, all the minerals, everything coming from there, that's prospered many of the surrounding regions of Ardre, Rocks, as well as Hex. Whoever takes place could possibly stay in seat for a long time if it's the correct representative. You know that the council already stays in seat for a long time. Who's to say that once they find the right representative that they also won't stay in seat for a long time?
Current one's only 15 years old. Little boy.
A ploy, a puppet, a placeholder. So, he kind of looks around as you see some people are starting to look. We can talk later. Want me to help you? I will. I will need a place to stay, though. I have quite a bit of information on the Red Council. Not too much, but a decent amount. Know some of their members. I tell you some more things on earning more trust. Once again, not believe everything you hear, everyone you talk to. Kind of puts up his hood.
Are you hoping to stay closer to the city?
I'm not. I like to stay at least in Hexwell, but I have certain communications with Thomas Eldon. As you say that, you know that name. That was one of your teachers. He is still active here. He tells you I'm passing on the council to him. You could possibly speak with him. Could have maybe some more information. Not part of the council of Shadow, but know that he is a close friend. That's why I'm passing on. May be able to help you. Now, are we to work together? I'll pay for part of my stay if I'm to stay with you. But where's your stay in this homestead you speak?
In Ventus.
About 2 to 3 days.
That's why I asked if you were hoping to stay.
It's not too far, but if I make trips back and forth, I'd have to make them planned, of good use. But yes, would have me, I'll pay. Kind of turns around. What do you say? I'll pay 20 gold a month, and I'll stay out of your hair, and I'll promise not to bring back any trouble. If you ever really need me, possibly throw in a good hand at some home defense, but know that I have my own endeavors, maybe help on the side.
You just being present, we know what you're capable of. I find it hard to imagine that a bandit pulls into the home that you're going to let him do what he does.
I mean, I just don't want to kill any more summoning creatures of this guy's. I didn't know if he still had any hard feelings from last time we met.
Don't kill any orphans, and yeah.
You see, and he takes his staff, and as he looks at you, he just makes sure he puts it on his back. Do so.
How about you get Lieutenant Dan, actually? Dan, I should say.
Yeah, Lieutenant Denstein, yeah.
How was your recovery?
You look at him, wheelchair bound.
Still probably kick most people.
He just kind of looks at you. The ploy. Fine. Want them to think I'm weak. suspicious. He kind of gave me favor by just banishing me, I think. Didn't interrogate me much. I just threw in my hand and they took it. Kind of played right into what I wanted. So, I go. I'll wait in Inventus. You have an exact location, a landmark of where I can find the estate.
It's a weird looking estate. It's a pyramid. Yeah. If you see Theo, there's a guy named Theo you can ask. He might be able to point you there.
Okay, maybe get a landmark for your estate so people can find it.
What was the Strom guy? Gave us the estate.
Oh, Strom?
Gerald Strom?
Gerald Strom.
Oxford's your orphan.
Yeah, Oxford is the Strom. Yeah.
Is he the one with the axe?
Yeah. You see a kid just cutting down trees. Probably one of ours.
But then it's just looking at all of you like, okay, I'll try and find your home, but if not, I'll probably just be waiting in Inventus somewhere in a tavern.
That's fine.
Good luck. Denistine starts to go off in Grendridge. I think I'm gonna go with him. Maybe tag along, cheapo rides, and Denistine, paying for yourself if you're coming. Oh, still gonna tag along, so is there anything I need to know?
Watch out for shadow figures.
You too, I guess.
Are you Sam?
My theory about the shadow figures is I think they're after us, not you. Shadow figure bridge. I see that.
Well, under the recent events, I guess cautious and make sure you're not getting caught.
Will do. And it just takes a large gulp of some of whatever, and then he just throws it in the alley. Lessons it'll work here. Someone else will fucking clean it up. Not my men anymore. So, we go. Alright, you guys start walking. You see them kind of vanish through the town. You see Denistine just strolling through, and Grendridge kind of pushes him. Not very fond of each other at first, but quickly becoming acquaintances. They start talking, and you see him kind of head off, and now you guys are kind of hanging out in an alley in the middle of the market district in Alberzine.
Yeah, we're going to Perseus.
Greenwich knows where he is.
That's perfect, because that's where you're at in the market district.
Yeah, we're going shopping.
Correct.
All right, so what do you guys want? So I can help organize this quickly. So unless you guys want to draw it out, we can draw it out always, but it depends what you want to do.
What do we have to need? I need to take a shit. That's fine.
So you see Orem needing to go drop a couple Warforged bolts.
Yeah, I'm off in a fucking corner.
He goes off in a corner and you just hear,
Robots.
So like Grendridge and Denistine together, this is a nightmare for Connor.
I know. I already just thought of that for a moment. I was just like, sweet mother of God, what have I done? All right, so what do you guys want to do? Or what are you guys looking for? Do you guys just want to go straight up look at Percy's place? Or what?
I'm pulling a pickaxe.
Yeah, we're going shopping.
Okay, so you guys are in the market district. Everything can be found here. While you guys are here, you can basically you walk up to a small little tavern-looking side, what looks to be like a blacksmithing shop / lumber yard. Kind of run down. Looking for bolts and a pickaxe.
A pickaxe and crossbow bolt.
Crossbow bolts, all together, I'd say you'd be able to get 2 bolts, maybe 5. But they're going to be about 2 silver each for each bolt. And then for the axe, you're going to, you just want 1 axe, normal axe?
Pickaxe. For like
Got you.
mining.
We'll say 5 silver for the pickaxe.
I might destroy our house doing this, but
Might destroy our house.
well, I mean, I'm not saying this as a character, but like we're begging on some magic ore. cause tremors.
You can do that in the basement.
That's where it is. The tremor causing
okay,
magic
okay.
ore. That's underneath our house. So
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
there's like 5 bolts.
5 bolts, so that'll be 10. So a gold, 5 silver for everything you want. That'll take about 30 minutes. So while you're waiting, you guys are also just kind of going about, looking around. What else are you guys doing?
Crossbow.
I like. Is there like a?
How do I add multiple?
Can I get some sort of like holy?
Okay, is buying stuff or wanting stuff crafted? I guess I should say.
I'm straight up buying.
You're buying.
I'm not
Buying.
gonna wait for it.
Okay.
Buying and crafting.
Yeah, that's gonna matter where you guys
yeah,
go,
yeah.
because there's the crafting district and there's the market district. Percy's in the market district, and if you need stuff crafted, that's a different district.
Like man, I want to buy.
I want
5.
parchments of holy text. How can I get these?
That's actually where you would go see Thomas Eldon. He's now the leader of the Council of Collective, but he's one of the more pristine script writers and scroll writers in all of Alberzine. So he would be in the craftsman. If you want them custom made, or if you want to buy some that are being made, that would be in the crafts district.
I assume you need that for like a spell.
Now, you guys in the market, while you guys are here, you guys see an individual. Who is you're in the market district? Gildor, where are you
A
at?
small parchment.
I
with a holy
am
text written on
looking.
it.
Give me 1 second.
You have.
Okay, so while you guys are walking, Orm's got done taking a dump almost on his way back. Both of you give me a perception check.
Yeah, holy symbol.
That replaces any material that doesn't have a gold value. Am I making a perception check?
No, you're taking a dump.
17.
17. Okay, what'd you get, Gildor?
I did go with the thing. 23.
23. Okay, so you guys see this young, what looks like a male individual. He goes off, and as you guys are walking through, you notice he kind of grabs what looks like this younger female's pickpocket, essentially, and just takes it. As he does so, he just kind of walks and is casually walking right towards you, about 25 feet away, casually striding. He's looking around, seeing if anybody notices him.
I'm looking straight at him, but I
He
don't
did
care.
what? He
He
pickpocketed?
pickpocketed
Yes,
this younger woman, from what you can tell. She does not notice. She just goes on about her day. She seems to be wearing this long white and blue dress with what looks like this huge hat. You guys are in the market district. Many people are shopping. It's very crowded at this time of day. A lot of people are around, and no one notices, other than all of you actually see it. You need to roll at least 12 or higher to notice it. So,
How far away is he from
I
us?
didn't see it.
oh, you didn't see it? I thought you were. Oh,
How far away is he
Sorry.
from us?
he's about 25 feet, making his way towards you, and he just kind of looks around casually. He doesn't lock eyes. There's other
Do I
adventures and
notice he
people.
notices?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, just went through.
I'm gonna walk.
Well, you both notice,
I'm gonna
but do you
stop.
guys?
I'm gonna like walk toward him and straight up grab him.
All right, so he starts approaching, and you make your way up, and he looks at you, and you kind of lock eyes, and you go. Give me a athletics check to just grapple him, because he's gonna try and run as soon as he does.
16.
Oh yeah, no, he. And you grab him by the kind of neck and collar of his shirt. What? What do you want, sir? Get off me!
I saw you.
Doing what? You saw nothing.
Give it.
Hang on, I gotta change his music real quick. Give you what?
Give me what you took from that woman.
You kind of hear the pouch just jingling on his side. That's mine. I don't
saw
have
you.
nothing.
I saw you take.
Give me a persuasion check or an intimidation check. It's up to you.
Both of the same. We'll do intimidation.
Intimidation, 18. Kind of looks at you. All right, just don't tell anybody. Split it with me. Kind of reaches in, goes to grab, and he hands it to you. As you do so, you notice. Give me another perception check.
18.
You notice that as he pulls out the bag, he very stealthily grabs a couple of the coins out of it as he's grabbing it and kind of slides them down his sleeve. And you see he probably takes at least maybe like a platinum or two worth. and just takes them down and then hands you back the sack. There you go. Now, what else do you want? Be gone.
The ones you just took.
What? I did. I just gave them to
The
you.
ones you just took out of the bag. Do I look stupid to you?
And you just look at him, and he goes to start walking
Look
away.
over at him like,
He goes to start. Do you still have him by his? All right. So
I
he
use
just
frightened presence on him.
just
I'm
drops
getting
them.
sick of
You
this
just
shit.
see immediately out the sleeve, just dropped onto the floor. You notice it kind of sift into. There's no snow here in Alberzine. It is melted away due to the magic aura, and it just kind of sifts right into the dust and dirt of the road. Kind of sits there, and you notice it kind of bends in, and you reach up, and you can pick it up off the stones if you want. But it's kind of like down in like a corner area of the road. As you go to like reach down, you see he kind of like kicks your like hand with some dirt that's kind of scoffed up onto the stones. I own them.
took them out of the bag.
You know what I mean?
How
Just
do
took
you-
them. I see her shopping here every week. Never her money. She's here every day. How's she earn the money if she's always shopping?
Well, I saw what I saw.
It doesn't matter.
Get out of here.
Exactly. He just, and he kind of just takes off. Now, you open the bag. You see you got about, I'd say, in the bag on the ground, about 7 platinum.
Jesus.
You do?
I guess I'll walk over to the woman.
All right, so you take a few more moments. Give me a perception check as you're kind of sifting through the crowd trying to find her. Then you look for a little bit. You go up and you find what you think, but it's not her. You turn around, it's a man. Wait a few more moments. I don't see her.
Your money now.
Seems to be gone. So you wait a moment. So, you guys are now here. And where are you guys going? Who's
Oh,
you're going? Okay, who's going to Percy's?
So I didn't find her.
I'm not right now. I mean, she's probably here
I do need to go
shopping, or
crafting
maybe
area,
when she goes to buy something. You know, you never
Percy
know.
Probably point us to
I'll
the
just
back.
hold on.
probably.
Keeping it simple.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to Percy's. Your
I wanted to
stuff is
actually-
done.
I want to actually buy the wolves, not have them.
Yeah, you're good. They're done. That's what I'm saying. He was gathering them. That's all it took. He was looking through all of his junk.
Just 5, right?
Yeah. Individual comes back. You see, he's just a small male. Here you go. Sorry it took me so long. A lot of inventory.
There were 5 silver and
1 gold, 5 silver for all of it. For the axe or the pickaxe and the 5 bolts. So, Percy's we'll pick up in a second.
Oh, comprehensive.
Fuck this. Do you want to go get something made, or are you staying in the market district getting something bought?
I want to get another one of those strength potions.
Okay, yeah, that'll be in the market district. All right, so,
You have detect magic. Do you?
hang on one moment. Okay, so you go over, you notice that there are potions, but they are going to be kind of expensive. I'd say they're probably going to run you, oh god.
I could.
And I just want to double check because you might be able to.
gold.
All right, so yeah, you make your way over. You see there is a mixing station essentially. You see an individual. His name is Gundo. As you walk up, you hear it from an individual in front. He gathers his goods. And he walks up. Welcome to Gundo's. What are you looking for? Got all the alchemy and mixing supplies you're gonna need here. Already made. Nothing needs done.
Looking for some hill giant strength.
Got only one of those. It'll cost you 300 gold.
That's a lot.
It's not too bad. What do you think one's worth? I think that's pretty fair. It's my last one. You want it? It's in demand. You know how to make it?
I can learn.
You could, but you don't. So, yeah.
150.
No. I'm not going lower than 250 today. That's a deal, I think.
250 it is.
All right, 250. Now, you come back, you buy from me again. Maybe I'll cut you a deal next time. Maybe I'll make you one. Maybe I'll cut you a deal if you can, drum up some business. Bring over a couple of your friends, buy from me again. You want get some health potions?
Tell you what. Yeah, interested. You got a book, maybe too?
Don't have books.
No alchemy books?
Books. I got alchemy books on, some. I guess now that I think about it. What are you trying to do? You want to learn?
Yeah, sure.
I don't sell those. I'll ruin my business. Gotta go to the craftsman's corner if you want to buy how to learn.
I'm an alchemist, by the way. Meta, by the way.
I mean, you
Also
can.
technically a doctor.
All right, so you getting it? You done?
Yeah, I'll take. How much for a greater health potion?
Ooh, of a grader?
Yeah, how much is it?
And I'm trying to see how much of. I don't know if this would. Greater healing. He looks at you. I'll give them to you for about 150.
About 300 for both. And I'll be back.
Give me a persuasion check. Sounds like a deal. Is over. Here you go. Both of them. Now, don't tell anybody that I'm making the potions of giant strength. Heard that there's been some mishaps in Hexwell recently, and I don't want to be attached to anybody getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Yes. We'll tell them you bought them, though. I'm glad you're doing business. Welcome. And next. So, you go on, you buy. So, you guys are going over to Percy's. Yes?
Yeah.
All right. So, last time you guys were at Percy's, you guys actually saved him. Well, his store from some certain things. So you guys make your way over. You guys start going through. You notice that as you go, you notice that his, I'd say, landing of his shop is in the Merchant's Farthing area. That is in the certain market district. As you go in, you see that there is the Percy Poufon's magical goods store. You see the long line like there always is. But you guys are liked by him. As you guys walk up, you guys start waiting in line. And it looks as if it's probably going to be a solid 2-hour wait, minimum. You guys start waiting for a minute. And then you see this small little figure pop out. And you see a bunch of individuals. Oh, what's going on? And you see this small little gnome come walking up. He kind of just looks at you and he just starts tugging on your hand. He looks right at you, Arm, and he just starts tugging on your hand. You notice him. This looks to be one of Percy's cousins. He was in the shop not saying anything and tugging on your hand, looking as if he wants you to come with him.
Okay.
You start going with him, and the rest of you that are with him, so it's you three, start following up. And I'll say, fuck this, you kind of after a moment will catch back up. You go walking back, and you see he just starts cutting you through all these people in line and are brought to the front where Percy himself opens the door. Whoa! Oh my god!
Percy.
You guys,
No.
listen! I got some stuff for you guys. You guys saved my shop. Oh, the robber.
Yeah.
Come and you guys go walking on inside. You immediately see he goes into the back and he starts rummaging through some things. I don't know this guy, but where's the other one? The pointy.
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh, that guy fucking died.
Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, losing customers again. So, all right, now look at this, and you see he busts out this robe. It has all of these patches all over it in different ornaments and different like colors. You see different like textures of them. I made this. Who wants it?
Does it do anything?
Yeah, yes,
There's one thing it is, and
yes, yes. It's very useful.
Well, I need to change of clothes.
Here.
Do you also have like normal gloves?
Yeah. But that wasn't part of your gift.
Oh, I'll find them.
Okay. But this, we had it. Isn't it great?
Yes.
It's very
He
impressive.
kind of hands it off. Now, I have a few more things. He goes into the back.
I'm gonna come stomping in.
Okay, so you come after a few moments. You make your way back on in.
It's a new drip.
Now, as you guys are sitting here, oh geez, hang on, I gotta get this. Bum bum.
Fucking.
I got this labeled under
row of useful things. That was.
yes, it is. And I actually, and I have exactly what he has in it too. Hang on.
You didn't buy alchemy.
Here you go.
I have a set of alchemy supplies.
So there, that's what he gave you.
The useful items one.
Yep.
Holy shit, it's got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you've used that item before.
I'm pretty sure
I'm pretty sure
I have.
you like had this item. That's why I was just like, this right. Yeah, it's quite good.
Oh god.
Is there like a canoe in one of them?
That depends what is in them. Some of them, yeah. There's all kinds of different things.
That list, and then you can add 44 more. Or whatever he or the.
God,
Are
where
the
is that?
patches like?
Gotta rip
Do
them
I
off.
do I know what each patch is, or is it
That's what
random?
those are. Yeah, you see what those
So it's like a
patches
patch,
are.
and it's like,
It's like a
picture
symbol.
of a
Yeah, it's
dagger
got like
on
a
it.
little
Okay.
symbol on it. Yep. So then you know it's like a dagger.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
up
it's
the
two
list real
masters,
quick. He's got a list. He
got
has.
another
Dogs in there.
We got another horse.
There's a full size horse in there.
Full size horse.
That's what tries. He's already had.
I've already
them.
had them.
I don't know if Connor ever had any.
Oh god.
Your room has horses in it.
It has a riding horse. It has a riding horse and 2 mastiffs.
Now you can keep it. Remember, but once you rip the patch off, it's done.
Well, I have the item.
Right, but you have the item, right?
Then we have to
It
take
does
our
have a
horse.
boat.
Oh, here we go.
That's
I got it.
supposed to be
Sorry,
good.
it took me a minute. I have the Control F, and I'm just stupid. It's highlighted. I'm just okay. You guys get that robe. He hands you Dust of Disappearance, and he gives you a uncommon glamour weave, which is essentially it's armor, and I have it.
What kind of armor?
I'm about to say it out loud. Here it is. It is this right here.
Try one of these.
Glamour Weave. It is clothing with harmless illusory magic. When you make a performance or charisma persuasion check while wearing the Glamour Weave, you can add a roll of a d4 and add the number roll to the check. Once you use this property, it can't be used again until the next dawn. So once a day, basically, when you make a check,
I thought that was the one where you could like store like 4 different outfits.
you might be able to. For example, Glamour Weave gown might be, yeah, you can, I think. With a harmless, while wearing these clothes, you can use a bonus action to create a moving illusionary pattern within the cloth. Alternatively, you can have the pattern rise from the cloth.
I think I'm thinking of something.
Yeah. No, you can have like illusionary flames and stuff. It's like Katniss Everdeen's almost dressed in a way.
Yeah. There is a magic item that is like, I want to be wearing leather armor.
This and poof.
I want to be wearing a suit.
That's
I
nuts.
Yes, and that's the one I want.
So that is what you guys gather from Percy. He then turns, so, this is what I gave you in preparation for your arrival again?
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for saving my store.
Weave.
But, do you know why he was in here?
guy just fucking exploded.
Yeah, pretty much.
We didn't get like the chance to question him.
We tried, but
He popped like a fucking zit.
Thanks for the note, by the way.
Yeah.
It was nice.
We're looking.
So what do you guys need?
Oh, I need a number of things.
I'll go first because
That's fine.
I've been waiting this whole time. Like, I want 3 things.
Okay.
I want a new mask.
Hmm.
A ring of mind shielding.
Gloves and mask will cost you about a gold 5, but that's for basic ass
I
mask.
just want something that covers my.
Okay, so the basic
The ring of mind
mask.
shielding will help.
This will
my
cover
armor.
you, and it'll wrap around most of your skeletal head. About right back in here. It looks like an ornate,
Oh,
almost like
I still have my hood right.
Mhm. which almost like some sort of like ritual mask in a way, or like some Squid Games in a sense. But it is all solid one color, and it looks to be like a reddish hue to it. Looks as if some sort of festival mask that is worn. You could possibly change the color if you wished of it, but it's like a red hue
That's
mask.
fine.
You got gloves as well. They are similar color, a little bit worn, not brand new.
Will they match my robes? Pick gloves that match the robes he just gave me.
Sure, yeah, fine. So you can, what color do you want? Fucking blue?
You said
Black.
it's white gray.
Yeah, your robes are.
Whatever matches.
You can get gray gloves, that's fine.
Gotcha.
All right, so you got gray gloves and a reddish hue mask. And then your, what is it? Ring of what? I
Ring of mind shielding.
don't know if he's going to have that. Might have to get that one made. Yeah, no. He's not going to have it. You're going to need to go to the crafting district for this. Yeah, for the... And let me double check. Yeah, you're gonna have to most likely get this made. And let me see on the table. What is the roll? Found on magic table. I'll roll for it just to see if he would have it in his shop of amazing finds, which you don't really know about, but that's where he finds all the
it's on
random shit.
Magic table item table F.
F, yeah, that's what I'm rolling for. What is it? Do you see it? What's the number I'm looking at right now? What is it called?
I have to look at my.
Yeah, let's just see what I roll. 35. Cloak of Elvenkind is what he goes back and pulls from one of his shelves. So no.
What is that?
Cloak of Elvenkind.
Advantage on stealth.
Yeah. 35. Yep. While you wear this, you have with this hood up, wisdom, perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide. So that'd be pretty good for you actually to swap out for your robe. Okay. Nope.
I'm too shit itself
What
for
is
that
it
to be worth it.
How do you be
Yeah, but it's disadvantage
with
at perception checks on
You
you.
just take a short rest with it.
Yeah,
you
you
like
can-
I'm attuning this item.
Myself
You can only
is
be
so
attuned to 3
low
items.
that
Okay.
that's
I don't know what you're
still
cool.
a 50
What you're seeing too.
Okay. So
Right now.
you are gonna have to wait on that or get it made. I mean, you can get it made.
Does Percy know anybody that can make it?
Yeah, he stands there. Yeah, the market district. You could speak with one of the blacksmiths there. A number of them can make it, but sorry.
Do you have a pearl?
No.
I need that pearl, damn it.
You can get one in the crafting district.
Yeah.
I just don't have one here. I'm only magical items. I take what I find, I replace it. Make things, I'm sorry. So, what do you want?
If you don't have magical ingredients,
Oh boy.
you might not have anything on my list.
What? Oh, I'm gonna disappoint my customers. Oh God, let him cut in line.
I mean, I might just say I'm feeling lucky and see what you bring me. But I got a couple.
Hey there, Sonny. I saw you walking up there, and it smells like. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Fuck this.
Yes,
Where'd you get that?
Like,
try it.
Yeah!
can you sell these pipes?
I hooked him up!
I want one of those. I got a buddy back home who's begging for this pipe all the time.
Oh, and it turns and you see he just busts out an arrangement of glass and little bits and bobs of all kinds of little tools and nabbits of whatever the... No, I'm not even going to say. Whatever you could imagine, essentially. Different colors, too.
Can I get an endless pipe? Like how there's flasks of endless alcohol?
Whoa, no! That would ruin the fields craftsmen.
Yeah. Gotta prop
Gotta
up
keep
the
people in their job. We can't just have magic doing it all.
That's great.
But don't tell anybody, but I have one.
Could you hook me up?
Maybe. Bring me some good magic items. You got anything? Listen, you guys want on my good side? Bring me your junk. Don't sell it.
Well,
I got
if
drunk.
you have the supplies to make scrolls, I can make you scrolls.
Oh,
With some magic on them.
I also am in the market for
Do you-
He can also do that too. Actually,
do you know Thomas?
Could.
Thomas Eldon.
Yeah.
We've heard the name,
He's a great guy.
not heard him personally.
You know, you're quiet. You don't go near the counter.
Percy,
You're... Hey!
got any dwarven armor?
Uh...
Like an actual.
No, I got some gnomish though.
No, I don't. I do have some studded leather, though, that I found. It was traded with me this morning.
Holy goddamn!
You know where I can find some dwarven plate armor?
That's definitely good.
I
You
heard
gain +2 bonus.
that there was some gear brought in from some of the storms that wrecked through Inventus, and people were trading some of their gear here about a week ago for goods to repair their home. There might be some broken gear you might be able to get repaired. I don't know. You have to look in the craft district.
Oh, do you also know anybody like a construction company that could like fix an estate?
I mean,
I think we already have that.
No, I mean like
I got a couple
sorry,
cousins.
like magically
No.
add to the defensive building,
Listen.
make it sturdy.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Don't build your house magically. Because whoever builds it, put something in there you won't be able to control.
Good point.
You want to build it yourself. Attune it yourself.
Oh, I have another idea then.
What?
I would like a
Uh-huh.
non-disclosable spell scroll of Mordecai's.
That's oddly specific here.
Yes, Mordecai's secret sanctum.
Okay, you're not getting the gist of my story. He grabs under your hand and starts walking you through.
I have a pile of
You
shit.
see here?
What you?
This is what we call Percy Will in a sense. You catching me?
Gotcha.
Don't.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm confused.
In other regions, they have stores that almost rhyme with like Goodwill and, you know, the Reclamation Army and things of this nature. You catching on?
He's got
Yes.
He's
So you're mad.
I'm the high nature of that. The highest. I cut you deals. The stuff that's traded in. Adventurers like yourselves, that line? Those are all adventurers, finding magical items out in the world and bringing them into trade for something better, hopefully. Some. Anyway. So, when you come here and find some things, I'll keep some things in the back. You know, we get some gems. And sometimes we don't. You get me?
Oh, quick question. Do you have any junk that's like this machine?
Oh, I get those. I get those quite a bit. Adventurers find those all scattered around. What are they? I've been trading them for a minute now.
Do you have like any with like stuff still fueling it?
I don't know. There's a junk pile in the back.
Can I see those?
You could just walk into the back junk pile. You just go walking back there. Oh yeah, there's a fucking huge ass junk pile in the back. So you can walk him back there. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I want to see what he has, but I doubt I'll actually get a 4.
Give me an investigation check.
16.
Okay, you go through. You see that there's about 40-ish machines. None of them seem to have anything in them or any residue. A lot of them are smashed. Some of them have like what you can see plant growth or like dead withered twigs around some of them. Some are like bolted into some like dried rock. The others that are like encased in some sort of like almost metal structure or something, or some sort of like crystalline rock. Some are just freely about. You look around, most of them seem to be broken, not useful, or at least that you can tell. Some are fine. You find maybe 1 or 2 that are in like perfect condition. That's about it though. Yeah, they're all empty. 21. You go through, and the best thing you find is, I have this actually, because this is how crazy I am. You find what looks to be a grappling hook. You look at it, you're not quite sure how many times you can use it. You know, the tether and the hook's a little janky.
Is it like a grappling hook, or is it like a
No,
Legend
it's
of
a-
Zelda grappling hook?
It's like a grappling hook that you could probably carry a medium to large sized creature
I
up
don't think
50
you,
to
I don't
60
think you
feet.
know what I meant.
Is it like a gun?
Yeah, is it like
Yeah.
is it like Legend of Zelda, like Batman-esque fucking,
Or is it like...
or is it like
No. It's like shot through like a crossbow.
Okay.
so essentially what I said?
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Themed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you shoot it through your crossbow and then can attach it. But yeah, you can shoot it up to, I think it's like 100 feet and it can attach.
Yeah. I don't know if I need that.
That's about the best thing you find throughout the
I
whole
have
jump.
a 24-foot tall ladder in my
I
room.
was like, what would this thing cost?
You can take it. It's from the junk.
Oh no.
Yeah, as long as you
I got it.
quit standing next to the counter.
Actually, you want to talk to me instead of
You came in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I was dragging.
You're a dragon?
First thing you crack me the fuck up, dude. I love you so much.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not, man.
Hey.
I just stare at him. So this is very just a grappling hook. I mean, is it?
Yeah.
I'll make sure so I can.
I don't know. You want to do an Arcana check on it,
I'm trying
or
to see so I
Orm's just patiently
Oh,
waiting.
big
Yeah.
question. Big question.
while they're back there, what are you doing? You're in the back.
Okay, hi. Yeah, I got fucking...
People are in the back, like, come on, we're waiting. Person, shut up.
I need I don't know if it's probably more of a magical ingredient, but something that I can essentially enchant. I can store magic in,
Bathtub.
but no.
No, okay,
I
sorry.
prefer it to be like a crystal.
First thing that came to my mind.
Do you store magic in a bathtub?
You don't.
No.
I got tubs of it.
Really?
No,
Oh, okay. All right.
but I got bathtubs I need to sell.
No, so I don't think that's really up your alley. I need 100 gold pieces worth of that's crafting
You
district.
want
Never
100
mind.
gold pieces?
That's never mind. That's crafting district. Last time I was here, you sent me over to a tattooist.
Takata.
Yep, that's her name.
Uh-huh.
She requires some magical ink from a cave halfway across the continent.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get up there. You ever come across this ink?
Seen it.
You seen it?
Only a couple times in my time it exists.
And you don't have any on hand, I'm gonna assume?
You gotta get it from there.
That's what I assume.
Listen. That ink dries up in a month. Regardless of container or anything.
That's important information. Okay.
That's why you gotta get it and get it back. Put it on you.
right. Another thing is, so currently we're bound to a horse and buggy. You know anything about getting around quicker?
Yeah, it's teleport circles.
Okay. Are those limited in use? Can anybody use
Well,
those?
I mean, it would take you certain places.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Like if I wanted
Not
to,
limited, really, but gotta pay.
if I wanted to go to Newall, I could just hop over to a teleport.
Yeah, most of the capital cities usually, if pay, they'll teleport you there.
Okay. All right. Is it limited to here in Hexwell?
I wouldn't say limited, but they kind of just don't want you bringing stuff back and forth.
Okay.
So don't, like, travel with contraband. That's usually illegal.
We're pretty on the straight and narrow.
But yeah, you can travel around.
Then I just need a great sword. I never did buy that pipe. I'm still looking for a pipe.
Oh, well, okay. How about this? First pipe, I'll give you 5 silver. And he pulls out, it's just a normal, straight, wooden, decent pipe. Kind of curved at the end. And when you hit this, if you twirl your tongue a little, you can blow little spirals that look like a snake.
Okay. Do you have anything that... You have any pipes that look dope?
Not for this cheap.
That's a good point. You said 5 silver?
5 silver.
And it's just like a magical pipe? It just blows off?
Yeah, you puff, small little venomous creatures and stuff, snakes and stuff, yeah.
5 silver.
It's like a almost slightish, like brown, greenish hue to the pipe. He hands it to you. The sword, he looks around, he has one. This, 5 gold?
Deal.
Deal.
It's magical, so what does it do? Do you know offhand? Or I gotta figure that out.
Yeah,
All right, 5 gold on the table.
it should be a good deal if it does something good.
It would be a great deal. We have enough talking things.
Wait, was that a great sword?
It was a great sword, yeah.
He could attune to it and figure out what it does.
Yeah, I think anyone can. Oh, so earlier we were talking about an outfit that can change. You can just change what outfit I'm wearing. Boop, like that. You seen anything like that?
No,
No? Oh, so cool.
that's like a rocks thing.
Okay.
Elvish prestige.
Okay. And the only other thing is, it's an item kind of specific to kind of the druidic kind of schools of magic. It's sickle. Shape of like a crescent moon.
Oh! Yeah, I got one of those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got like maybe 2 or 3. Those are pretty common. A lot of people don't want those.
Yeah, I'm looking for one.
Everybody says they're kind of shit.
You know, they're not druids.
Huh. Yeah, I can get you one. We got 3. Hey, look at them. They're all kind of janky,
Yeah.
but they're all infused with some sort of magic.
How
I
much?
just want you guys to know that you're basically shopping at like a Goodwill of magic items, and
Yeah.
you don't know if you're buying like great shit
Yeah.
that's at a bargain or if
It
this
could be
is like
curved,
shit.
Like you can
Yeah,
buy
I've
a sword and the world just
1,000 gold
Or you know that
by walking into this shop.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, did you look up your robe?
Yeah, I have. It has 10 gems worth 100 gold each,
Yeah. Yeah.
and all this other random
Got that
shit.
for free.
I don't know what a pit is.
Pit?
It just says pit.
Sounds like a magical hole you throw on the ground. I don't.
Yeah, I think it's a pit.
Yeah.
Neat.
I think the pit is like 15 feet deep. It's just a pit.
Oh my god, it's 3 times more dangerous than Old Earth. I gotta save that.
How much for one of these?
I'll give you 3 of them if you take them off, man, for 50 gold.
All 3 for 50
All
gold?
3. I know one's not very good though. I use it to trim the hedges.
You know,
I should have told him that, damn it.
you know, Percy, your charm.
All right, 2 for 25.
No, I want all 3. I think I want all 3.
All right, all 3.
Yeah,
The 3rd one might do something I don't know about.
50 gold on the board. I'm gonna write that down. Give me 1 second. Another 50 gold. All
Kind of
right.
looks around. People are starting to kind of. All right, almost done.
Yeah, and then
That's an awfully fine nice piece of parchment you got.
Yeah, it's running out of space more.
I got some parchment back here if you need some.
No, I think I'm good. Most of the stuff I need, and you just don't have.
I got parchment.
But now, since I have everything that I've more or less came looking for, I got some shit to give you.
Oh, yeah?
I have a vial of sandworm blood.
Oh. I'll take it.
Oh my god, so
What are you gonna give me for it?
Credit in my honor at my store. Come on, give me some good deeds. What do you want?
I mean,
How about this? How about this? Now we're trading, huh? You told me this for some items. Now you got the gold exchanged, and now you want me to give you some gold back, huh?
I was thinking of you. I mean, honestly, I was gonna just tell you to go find something neat that you feel like is fair.
Are you working with those guys over there? They're standing outside my shop.
Yeah.
You kind of turn and you see Denistine and Grendridge just kind of like still walking off, but they've noticed you and they're just kind of hanging out for a moment, and then they're just like,
I'm gonna hold up Grendridge's pipe.
he looks at it, he's like, we're heading out, but we saw the commotion, we thought we'd stop by.
Okay.
Hi.
Close the gloves now.
Do you, you guys, listen. There was somebody following me when I was getting the carriage, and I don't want to leave too far out of the city. That's all I'm going to say. And he kind of looks around.
are you sure they're just not making sure?
I'm going to
you
see
leave
you guys later. Time to talk. I think they're like watching. I just wanted to, I don't know.
I mean, if you want to wait, an hour out of the city,
It's already weird. I'm standing outside of his shop talking, and
we can meet. Or you can go. You're gonna do something
yep.
good.
And he just turns and he goes. You guys notice they just turn around, make their way out. Percy's just. That was weird.
That was weird. Okay. Yeah, I got this sandworm venom, and so what do you want to give me for it? Got any ideas? You got any junk that you think is fair?
No. I want you to donate it. Damn it.
Percy.
All right.
This
How about
works.
this? How about this? And he kind of starts sifting through. This guy needs Thomas Eldon.
I need Thomas Eldon.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where he lives.
I think we can just find that out.
Maybe. You can take that chance, that's fine. But normally, doesn't make the scrolls at his shop. Everybody goes there and they gotta put in orders and you gotta wait and wait and wait. But if you know where he lives, you just go pester him whenever.
I don't know if we want to do. I don't know if I want to do that. That seems awfully intrusive. How would it? Like, do you live here?
No. I mean,
how would you feel if I just came to your
sometimes.
house all the time to pester you?
I like it quite a bit, actually.
I mean, we get along, Percy, but I feel like,
I like you guys quite a bit.
yeah. Okay, that was a poor example, but you can understand why just giving us his address might be a little, infringing on his privacy. A little creepy. How do you know where he lives?
Because I needed scrolls done.
Okay, that's fair.
People trade them in all the time. I don't want scrolls that are going to burn my place down.
Am I out of the back yet?
Yeah, you guys have now come to the front again.
Do you have any has anybody turned any spell books?
Got a couple used ones, yeah.
Do they have spells in them, or are they empty?
You can buy one and find out. I got these two. And he kind of takes you to the back just slightly and he shows you this bookcase. Not very many things on the bookcase, but you see two. You notice that there is a Tome of Hate and a Grimoire of Secrets.
Tome of Hate.
Those are the two books that you see.
I get both of these. Those are my buzzwords.
You want both?
Yes.
You seem awfully intrigued at them all of a sudden.
Like magic.
What if they're empty?
I will say books.
50 gold!
Okay.
Ew!
I also have this purple sample. I think I got it from a plant monster chimera thing.
Yeah, I don't want it. Give it to Dungo or Dunko or whatever the alchemist name was. Give it to him. He works in town.
Gotcha.
Got any shields?
What is it? Book of Haste and Book of Hate?
Maybe.
Or was it Tome of Hate?
Tome of Hate.
Tome
And
of
Book of
Hate
Secrets.
and the Grimoire of Secrets. Okay. You want a shield? He does, but let's see if he finds any.
You spelled
Yeah.
Grimoire again?
He does. Looks. You've seen many shields. This looks like a basic shield, but looks as if it's possibly infused with something. You don't know what.
Fuck. Well, if the ending here's gonna be magic, just whether or not it's gonna be anything good.
Yep. You want it? Kind of ornate. It looks like it has like a shield with like a bunch of just cracking, like etched symbols all over it, almost like it's about to crack, but it's not. It's like firm, but it just looks like that, like some ornament on it.
Yeah, sure.
Percy, I'll take that pipe back.
Oh yeah. I was testing it, giving it a ride. 10 gold.
Okay.
You guys are nice. You guys don't haggle. I like you all so much.
I mean, I still got this sandworm blood.
I told you how I work.
You
How about this? If I find something that you really want, you open with that one next time. I want it. Shit, I shouldn't have given you those free items.
Percy?
See how nice I am?
So nice.
I am.
Percy, we're gonna be back. I know for a fact we're gonna be back. And I know for a fact I'm gonna give you this sandworm blood at some point.
You probably won't. That's okay.
No, I know, because I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Oh, and his eyes just kind of light up. He's like,
And you're just gonna keep it in mind.
I'll keep it in the back if I don't use it for something better.
If you find anything of particular note, you keep me in mind.
How about this? If I make something cool, I'll sit it in the back, and the next time you come in, I'll show you. Maybe you'll want it back.
Distinct possibility.
I turn some junk into treasure sometimes.
Overbearing, which is good.
That's pizza.
What are you eating? Those berries?
Spicy. Yeah.
Spicy berries?
Spicy berries.
Yeah.
Oh, you got them from Rennoc.
Yeah.
Them old witch?
So what shield was that?
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
What was the shield?
Yeah.
Inventory?
For a peep,
Ugh.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
Scale of peeps,
All right, Percy.
pretty low.
Unless you got something that can make daylight.
I'm just hanging out now.
I think we're done here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You want a pipe? You can just buy a pipe.
Seems like this thing hits a little weird. What do you guys want? Oh, we were done. All right.
I think so.
Bye, Percy.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Remember that blood.
My patch has a town portal scroll to a store.
To his store?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, so you can come back and buy some stuff.
Which means if I'm in trouble, I can be like,
Is it like a single? Oh, we're gonna have to figure that out here in a little bit. Here, we're gonna have
What kind
to.
of shield was that?
You don't know?
what's that?
Huh?
That's part of it.
Horrible ram.
Here, this is where you need this set. This is where paper and a little note card. Here, I'll just give you a
I
couple.
wrote down magic crack shield.
Just use that for items, and then you can toss them once you get them. So that way you don't ruin your notebook. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, okay.
I would use
All right.
Here, I'll give you guys a couple more. Here, maybe I want
Do you
one.
think the kids would like the dogs that are in my room?
The massive.
So you guys take a few moments and you walk out. You guys have exited, and now you guys are in the market district once again. What do you guys want?
As soon as you walk out the door, you're like, I should ask for that. Fine, next
I'm
time.
pretty like just right back in.
Nah, we spent enough time. We gotta go buy stuff to make stuff with.
I also want to bring mind shielding real bad,
We went over to the.
because then it's a surprise I'm a skeleton.
What's that other district?
The crafts
The crafts.
district.
Where the fuck did I write how much gold?
It hides me from the fine sense.
All right, so that's very close nearby. You guys head over. It takes you about 5 minutes. You guys walk in. You notice that there's many a blacksmiths, tailors, many people here. Scrolls.
Is there a jeweler?
There is a jeweler here. Gem cutting, almost everything that you can find here. Though you notice that while you are glancing by, there is a lapidary that is in need. They have very high need of gem cutting. Notice that there is no one here that can cut the gem. They have a buildup of gems, and they have a very young rookie gem cutter here, but very expensive, and you don't know the quality of the gem you're getting. It's kind of known around town. That's kind of known throughout most of Hexwell that,
Well, the rate
There's-
I want you to have a gym going.
well,
Be a fan of
you go in, and as you ask that, let's say, and you kind of are acquiring about this, you learn that if you need that cut, you're going to need to acquire about one of the Jamesons, which of Pug and his brother, which is located in Audrey, and that the Rocks family has one that is in Major, that is under their personal control that cuts them magical gems.
What do I need to do to get a magic?
You're either gonna above table, you're gonna need to find a black market that maybe sells in one of the gems you're gonna need, or you're gonna need to find the gem already cut.
You keep saying gem. This doesn't need.
Right, you need a
there's no
pearl.
gem.
Right, you need a pearl. Or what do you need?
No, I need a ring.
Right, but you need a maid.
Yeah, it does.
What
It
is it?
doesn't
What
have
is
the gem.
What does it have in it?
It's just a ring. It's
Okay,
a magical
well,
ring.
Okay, well then where are you getting this gem
That's,
from?
that's why I went to a jeweler.
Okay, well
they
then it
do-
doesn't need a gem.
Yeah, I want a ring of mind shielding.
Okay, well do you have what it needs? I mean, you're gonna need the things. It's gonna be very expensive
I
if
will
you're
pay
just
for
coming
it.
in. Okay. I mean,
You're looking to buy one.
I'm looking to buy a
Okay.
ring of mind shielding.
bro,
Okay,
that's
that was very. I think he thought you were trying.
yeah.
to
That's
make
why you went to the craft district
to craft.
to craft one.
Yes, I think. Yeah, I think he.
So
got confused.
I mean, that's fine. But if you're gonna have the made, that's fine. It's just gonna be very expensive. Hang on. Okay, so alone, just to get it, because it's gonna have to be made. It's gonna be. Yeah, let me just double check the rarity. Yeah, it's a major tier, dude. This thing's gonna be expensive. Like we're talking maybe 15, 20,000 gold. It is a major tier uncommon, and they don't have the things needed. So for the uncommon, actually, I'll cut you 1,000. I'll make it. If you can, how about this? If you can get some of the materials, I'll do it for 1,000 gold. Because the materials are what are going to be expensive, and since he has to go get them, that'll be with the cost. If you can bring him some of either gold and brass, make the ring. Let me double check on what the components are. Magic table, cards attunement, invisible. Yeah, bring him some gold and or brass, and you're gonna need to bring him some sort of clairvoyant opal or gem. It doesn't have to be cut. One of the two.
Well, is one of the gems in my patch?
I don't know. You're gonna have to use the patch.
Patch.
Okay, you use it. Yeah, you could use one. 100%. You could use one of them. You get
Can I
10 of
pay
them.
the worth of gold in the other gems?
Yeah, I'd allow it. Yeah, to give it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for all the gems, swap the patch. Yeah, you can have it made. It's gonna take him about 5 days.
Okay, can he is there like a delivery? Is there a FedEx? You ship this thing?
Within Alberzine. If you go outside of Alberzine, probably not. Actually, it's gonna be about. Let me see, because this guy sucks, dude. Like, you need a real guy who knows what he's doing. It's gonna be about, I'll say 10 days, actually. About 2 weeks to make it, and I'll cut it down to 10 days because he's trying. Been doing it a little bit.
I really want this thing. All material. The products in the same material. Wait a minute. Would a lapidary be able to make this ring?
Wood faster, yeah. A lot
We
faster.
know Labrador
Yeah, and
He's
Padre
also
Prison.
in prison.
and Padre Prison.
We can probably get them gems. I don't think we can have them.
Yeah, you guys last know that Pug went to Padre.
Oh, and Padre Prison?
Or no, not Pug. You
We're
know,
talking about the.
you know the Pug was taken. Yeah, you guys know
Pug was
Pug
taken.
was taken elsewhere, possibly not. Somewhere else.
Okay,
So what are you doing?
I'll ask him instead. Can I trade one of these gems for a pearl of equal value?
He looks at it. Sure.
That's it then.
So you don't want the ring? Alright, so you swap out one, and do you want the one that would be probably maybe a little bit better since he has an assortment that would probably be better for the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'd say without, like, if you just grab any old gem, the chance you can make it's just going to up the DC of it being made properly. Alright, so you
So
swap
how
it
many
out.
gems- How many gems did I get to trade?
You trade them all. You still have 10 gems.
Well, I'd have 9 because I traded one for a pearl.
Yes.
Right, so I mean,
So you,
right, you have 9 gems and a pearl.
you owed 1,000 to make the ring. You're not making the ring anymore.
Not making the ring.
You're not making the ring. Then yes, you have.
He
9
just swapped the
gems.
gem for a pearl.
You have 9 gems and a pearl.
Yep, of equal value that you can make for the
Give me
ring.
that great sword when I'm out of this shop.
That's fine.
It would be
Alright, so you walk out of the shop. You guys are regathered.
Above table, I have a question. The spell fabricate.
Okay.
It says that you can turn raw materials into products of the same material. Could you take 400 gold pieces of diamond dust and convert them into a raw diamond? Or only a raw diamond into diamond dust? Does it work both ways?
Read it to me one more time.
Okay, you convert raw materials into products of the same material. For example, you can fabricate a wooden bridge from a clump of trees, a rope from a patch of hemp enclosed from flax or wool. Choose raw materials that can see within range.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you could take a gem and break it down. You could always take the dust and create the gem.
Really? Okay.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like all those examples are
Yeah.
saying you take the wood, you create the bridge.
Yeah.
You don't take the bridge and create the wood.
If you are working with metal or stone or mineral substance, however, the fabricated object can be no longer than medium, no larger than medium, not a problem. The quality matches the quality.
I would just say that probably wouldn't work on magical items.
Yeah, oh, yes, it literally
Right.
says that. Magic items cannot be created or transmuted by the spell. Oh, okay. You can't use it to create items that ordinarily require a high degree of craftsmanship, such as jewelry, weapons,
Right,
glass,
yeah.
or armor. There it is. Unless you have proficiency with that type of artisan's tools used
Right.
for
If you have a
crafts or-
drawer's kit and you're proficient with them, you could.
You could change it from dust to.
I would allow that because you
Okay.
would have the ornate equipment and know the method of doing that. So yeah, if you would get a jeweler's kit and then would have the proficiency in that,
Well, that means I can use fabricate to make things that I would make.
I mean, it would require a DC check, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would allow it. Yeah,
You don't have jewelry.
yeah, you need a kit. You need to do...
I'm not a jeweler.
You're not proficient in jewelry.
All right, so you guys are hanging out in the market district. What y'all doing?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Or now in the
sword
crafting
that you
district,
don't know
actually.
what it
Excuse me.
does.
Huh?
I see
That's
that
fine.
sword.
I'm gonna hand him
I'm
granted
gonna ritual cast identify now that I have a pearl. I can
On?
do that.
the greatsword.
My great sword.
Okay, so this great sword, the the magic attunement of this is that it builds up. So it's almost like a pop of damage. So if you successfully hit with this, it will build up, and with 3 successful strikes, it will
You're telling
pop.
me it's a stockpile weapon.
Yeah, it will pop and do an additional 1d20 on top of the 3 hits. So you get 3 hits on the same target. They cannot change.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom.
They all have to hit in a row, or can you hit, miss, hit, hit?
Doesn't matter. You stack up 3 hits on one target.
And the third hit pops.
third
and the
hit.
fourth hit pops.
The 3rd hit, and on the 4th turn, it pops. So you would hit.
Super good for a fighter who has action surge.
Yeah.
Who can make 4 attacks in one turn.
Right.
Just has to hit every single one.
Yeah.
Okay, correct.
So if the fight goes on long enough, pops for d20 of damage. But it's not +1, not plus anything, just. Yep.
there any magical armor?
I mean, if you're good,
You guys didn't buy any magic armor.
Are there any magical armor?
Oh, you want to? Yeah, you can get some made. Yeah, you want to get? You want to?
Somewhere
You want
around
to
here.
do these 3
Yeah, there's
symbols like that?
blacksmiths, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you guys look
keep
around. There's
ritual cast
armor
stuff.
smiths, everything. You want to get some armor made?
I ritual cast
Maybe.
What are you doing?
once.
Right.
We're identifying all his
You,
symbols.
guys, you need to think on it.
Okay.
While he's doing
Or
his
you
thing.
good to go?
Well, so I didn't know if I could afford this, but I want some dwarven plate armor.
What's the rarity?
Okay,
Fair.
No way.
No way.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like 100,000.
no, not that much. Very rare would cost you right
Our
now.
base is already
Very rare would cost you 20,000 to get made, and would be about 25 weeks in time to get made.
Yeah. It's
So you would have to find like a master craftsman, and you would need, I'd say, at least a couple weeks. Like, this is gear, man. If you guys want this gear, it's gear.
That's some good shit.
Yeah, that doesn't
You're
just.
gonna be wearing that armor forever.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
your forever armor.
That's
What
20
about-
AC, by the way, is what he's asking for.
Well, that's something to aspire for.
So what about like a +1 plate armor?
That would be like what, an uncommon, rare,
Yeah.
like okay,
Base plate armor costs
1,500, and then you're gonna be
500 more for the uncommon enchant.
right plus the crafting. So we're looking at 2 weeks and about another 500 gold. So you're looking at 2,500, 2 weeks time.
What's your dex bone?
Should have made though.
Plate doesn't use dex at all.
No, I'm asking what is current. Yeah, plate armor.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
definitely a plate.
-1.
You're definitely a plate boy.
Where did we meet that? It was outside of Alberzine. We met that dude that had all those like rare goods, right?
The traveling guy, yes,
Yeah.
the small hunchback dude with the huge sack on his back that was
Didn't
selling
somebody
some
get
stuff.
armor from him?
Yeah, I think someone did.
That's the only stuff he had.
I think he had 2 things that he really offered.
Mace from it.
I bought a staff. I asked for something.
Yeah, you guys got a couple good. That's
You
his
bought
Mace
a
of
ring.
Terror where you got.
I got my halberd.
Yeah, you. Oh yeah, so I think you guys all got one item from him.
Yeah. That's where I got my
Isn't that where I
staff.
got my Bellsword right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I asked for like anything defensive, and he was like, "Nope." I was like, well, fuck.
Armor's not that easy to traverse around.
I even asked for something that wasn't even armor because I don't wear armor. I was like, "You got any like rings?"
I remember he had some kind of heavy armor, but
No,
I just don't think anyone took the name.
no, I asked. He said,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
rings like enchantments, scrolls. Those are very easy to
Alright.
carry around, stuff like
I'll
that.
take the
Putting it in. He looks at
put it in
you.
the order.
Half now. 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah. Off table. Now we're in game. And I say 3,000.
It's not really the market.
It's fucking dirty.
You want it lower? You can give me a persuasion check.
This craftsman just has a dice tray sitting on his counter. Roll it, man.
Roll.
Let me see what you got.
and we shall see.
He's almost as addicted as you are.
Rolled a 19, so like 25.
25.
25?
I'll even throw in if you want any cool colors or anything attached to the handle or whatever else.
No. No.
You can ornament this armor with it. There's straps and things on the side. Wish to colorize those. You can even put an emblem on it.
I'm waiting for him
Good
to pop up with like a color palette. With, like,
Or a logo. You have a logo.
Can I do it? Can I come back
We
to
got,
pick up
like-
the armor?
Got all the.
Yeah, but it won't be etched into the metal or steel, but sure.
Well,
Any cool designs you
Have
like?
to be painted on. Do you have a logo? No symbol for this group. What is your group's name?
how about a moon?
Yeah. Full moon? Half moon?
I mean, I just bought some sickles that look like crescent moon.
Crescent?
Yeah.
It is?
How about a waning moon? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I have it done.
Let's do
Just Left chest.
Left chest
All right.
and both shoulders.
Will do. You see, he kind of notes it down. He kind of draws it out for you, and it looks pretty cool. He writes it down. 2 weeks, and under the name,
Fuck this.
he looks at you. Okay. Fuck this. All right, whatever. He takes it down. Anything else? 1250. Is this why? Freaking Lord of the Rings. All right, do you guys want anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you want?
I need mostly shit for the sake of more or less imbuing objects with magic. And just a gem. Yeah. I got you.
I will say that the gems, getting gems cut, you can. It'll just be the risk of ruining the gem.
I also, if it's just a fucking gem, I need a 300 gold piece diamond. It doesn't even need to be cut. It just needs to
you
be
can buy it.
valued at 300.
Yep, you can buy that. Easy enough.
All right, cool. So let me write that down. That simplify.
Yeah, if you want to revive someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one single time use. I need something that I can essentially make a drift globe out of. I have daylight, so I can make it myself. I just need the fucking crystal to store the magic in, if that makes sense.
Okay.
The drift globe is like a fucking, I think, an uncommon item, maybe. So it takes days to make.
I mean, you can probably buy one, but it'd probably be like 500 gold.
How much to get just a raw thing for me to
That's what I'm saying.
do it myself?
If you wanted to make it,
So if it's worth 500, I could have right to make it yourself. The general gist.
kinda ish. I'd say, yeah, you could probably do it for like 250, 300 ish. If you were proficient, you probably need a crafting roll, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm proficient in Arcana. Okay. Alright. 250? Alright.
Yeah, and that'll take, if you're making it though, if I'm gonna need a roll.
I mean, I wasn't gonna take it immediately, I was gonna go back to Ventus.
That's fine. Just whenever you do, just remind me. Because
Okay.
it has around, if it's uncommon.
I would have to double check.
If it's uncommon, it's about 2 weeks to craft. So if you did it, yeah. So if you did it, I'd probably say depending on your roll, that would depend on probably how long.
I mean, yeah, we might. Yeah, it's a
Remember, you guys, if you
it's a
don't,
minor tier, excuse me.
yeah, it'd be about 2 weeks.
It's fine.
Common items take about a week.
I need 100.
Come back together.
Yeah.
Damn. I need 100 gold piece of ruby dust. But fuckers.
Ruby dust you can't buy. That'll most likely dismantle the gems, and that's not really done.
Wouldn't
The
that just be?
dismantling.
It's not dismantling. They cut gems.
They don't. That's the thing. They don't really cut gems. There's no lapidaries here. That's part of the big issue. And
You just told us there was an amateur lapidary
yeah,
that cuts gems. We
only
don't
upon
need-
purchase. Yeah, it doesn't just have tons of gem dust just lying
Then
around.
can I get a ruby that's 100 gold pieces and get that crushed down?
Crush it. Yeah, you can do it.
I would love to do that.
Okay, yeah, you can have that done.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna write that down. And then,
That's easy to do. He can't mess that up.
I literally, if he fucks up the gem, we just.
I don't even need to roll for that. I was like, well, cool. I don't got to roll for that one.
You just keep
All right. Does anybody else want anything here? We don't got to RP anything else. You guys can shop, buy,
we
whatever.
identified all his.
I got 3 sickle.
Oh yeah, let me get these.
That's fine.
And I need you to roll actually. You can roll for these, dude. I have so many I made.
D100?
Yeah, D100, and I need to know just what they are, all of them. You don't got to do it in order or anything.
48?
48. Okay, that one will break immediately when you use it. It's a sickle of breaking.
Sickle of breaking.
Yep, it's almost like a false. It makes a large, like shadowing, echoing noise. So when you like slam it, it's almost like a loud, like firecracker going off, but it sounds like glass shattering.
Okay.
Does it self break?
Yes.
Does it break when it hits too?
Yeah, it's like no, not when it breaks. It's just like a glass, just.
Pretty much.
I mean, unless
I need to make like a loud
noise or something. Yeah, without.
Alright.
Just toss it.
God, I think this is a different one. 41.
That one, it will imbue your next attack with 1d4 fire damage.
One time? What?
No, per attack. Like every time you hit it, it's
it
1d4.
just does an extra 1d4?
Yep, extra d4. That's fire.
Okay. Fire sickle. Oh, roll a good one. I really want that goddamn moonlight sickle. Fire was moon sickle, whatever it's called. Fire sickle 1d4. $73.
Ooh, that's a lot. All right, over 50 gets us a little juicy. 73.
Yeah.
All right, this one it is a +1,
Okay.
and it has an electric chain lightning. Any targets within 10 feet of each other bounce and do 1d6 each target affected
Anytime it's bounce.
endlessly.
So if there's like bad guy 1.
It doesn't. It can't hit the same person twice,
Yeah.
but it can bounce 10
1,
feet.
2, 3, 4,
So-
5, 6,
so
7, 8, 9,
Person
10.
gets the whole sickle
I
attack.
thought we had like Rock for Paladins just like kill everybody.
So
Just like
sickle damage plus 1d6 lightning damage.
Yep, and then if there's another guy within 10 feet, it'll
Lightning
bounce,
damage,
and then it'll.
lightning damage, lightning
Yep,
damage.
yep. Now that also goes for allies.
Plus 1
So anybody in the area, it's going to bounce around too.
chain lightning.
You have the base damage. I think it's a 1d8 or a 1d6.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a simple move.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
That is damn. I mean, there's a good one. Oh, I could just take it back to him. Be like, nah, I'm
It
good.
is 1d4.
Really? You said it was 1d6 lightning damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's 1d4
Yeah,
plus 1d6.
pickles are not very good.
Nope.
I think that fire one's pretty good. The chain landing one is
Situational. If it's just you and you're not.
I mean, they always take the extra. At least the first guy takes the extra 1d6.
Does that go back to you if you're the one within 10 feet?
Nope.
No,
Okay, because then that would have.
that would suck.
You're the wielder, yeah, no.
Yeah,
does it
that
make
would suck.
a thunderous noise?
Just a small crackle pop. Like a.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Someone can use it.
Maybe check my grappling hook and shield.
Alright.
I will detect magic. I will identify on both those things he just hit.
Your
Grappling hook and shield.
Your shield. The shield, if you slam it into a piece of armor, it has a chance to break the piece of armor on a D100 check. If the D100 is a 50 or above, it will shatter that piece of armor unless that armor has any sort of magical resistance.
Does it require attunement?
The shield does, yes. And it's just a basic shield, but it can shatter armor. And you have to like attack with it and still hit. It'd be like a unarmed strike with it. What else did you? What was it? There's one more thing at
The
the.
grappling hook.
Just a basic grappling hook. But you do notice that when you shoot it, it will magically imbue 3 feet into almost any surface that is not metal, steel, or like a hard ore.
So it would like
Like dirt,
it would
wood.
go inside
yeah, it'll like shoot in. Like it's got like a harpoon type end, and it'll basically embed itself into like wood, regardless of kind of how you shoot it. You know, it's almost always going to guarantee to shoot into whatever its surface is, as long as it's not too tough.
Green jelly beans.
Oh yeah, those are interesting. All right, anything else?
I need 100 gold worth of fine paper and ink for the sake of making scrolls.
Probably buy out the entire shop of the paper. So you probably get like 50 gold of paper.
Okay.
And if you want more, you can probably get more, but that's a fuckload of paper. Like you probably don't even need to buy out that much. Probably like 10 gold would give you like a couple binders of parchment.
Okay.
And
Make scrolls with?
I mean, you don't really need.
You need something to make a scroll.
Right, you can make a scroll on really anything.
Okay.
To my knowledge, it's more or less like paying someone to make it, and the time.
Okay, then
the spell.
I will only do fucking 10 gold worth of.
Yeah, let
Paper.
me double check here, but I don't.
And I will buy
think-
more ink than paper.
Yeah, hang on, let me just double check. Scroll. Spell scrolls. Minor tier.
The one out of Xanatars to make a first level spell scroll is only like a day and only like 25 gold worth.
Here we go. Yeah, so for cantrips, first level takes a day and it's 15 gold. So you have that and then it goes up. So if you want, you know, that plus a parchment. I don't see anything other than you just need a scroll.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna need someone to probably make it. Or if you can
I
make
can
it.
make those.
Yeah, there you go. So you
Yep.
just need,
just
I would
need
say, you take the materials and then you use the gold to find, we'll just say, components within whatever. You know, you acquire more ink with it. You can just say, you know, your parchment and paper from what you bought on top of whatever.
I'm just gonna write down 100 gold pieces worth of parchment and ink. 100 total. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Worth of parchment and ink.
Yeah, it's like almost a lifetime's worth here.
Cool.
We'll say ink will last you probably like 2-3 months solid.
Cool.
Anything else?
The only other thing would be finding a tailor, make me some fucking clothes that can shapeshift.
Oh, jeez.
I got it stuck in my head. My fucking Orm is a man of style. Like, look at that. The photo's gone. Never mind. Man,
Yeah.
where's the fucking...
Damn right, I saw it.
Yeah. And he has been...
What is it called? What is it called?
It's called Shiftweed. It's like a fucking minor, I think, common item. Or common, I think it's a common magic item.
Is it all one word?
Shiftweed, yeah. I think it's-
Yeah, here we go. I got it. You
yeah,
got.
it's a fucking common, wondrous magic item. You can't make that?
What's one laser pistol?
I'd like a railgun, please.
All right, I'd say you can get this made. This is going to probably cost about 50 gold.
Okay.
And the tailor tells you it's going to take about a week.
Okay.
But you can get it made.
Alright.
Yeah, 50 gold for a week.
50 gold.
50. You need a D100 on the roll to try and shatter. So you have to hit, and then if you hit, you got to also succeed on the D100, and you can shatter the armor, as long as there's no magical resistances to the armor.
Okay. We'll hand over 50 gold to that. And then the only other thing is, would be a magic crystal that I would store it would be a spell slot's worth of magic in, even if it is a singular use.
Like a singular ring spell slot,
And
almost.
And even so, the idea is I want to be able to strap this to a javelin so that he can store a single smite in it.
Guy turns at you.
Something just like
Don't
throw it,
have
and it
anything
just pops.
currently. Maybe come back another couple days or a week. Might have something. I may be able to create something, but currently I don't have anything in house.
All right. I believe that's everything.
All right, you guys gather yourselves. guys exit the market district.
Anything we need for the house?
What do you guys wish to do?
We need for the house? I mean, I'm gonna
I'm
start.
surprised you haven't looked for an insignia of claws.
That's the whole point of the tattoo. For me to get a +1, I need to go to an entirely. I need to travel halfway across the continent. Yeah, we might do that. We might get away from political intrigue for a minute. Might go up there, do that, come back. That'd be nice.
You kind of have home base to worry about right now.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so what do you guys do?
You go talk
We're
to
gonna-
Thomas.
Do we need to go talk to Thomas? What do you do?
You getting rid of it?
You need to
Okay.
talk to him?
You're selling it.
I got paper and ink.
Alright,
That's what I
you
need.
can kind of sell. You getting gold. It's no really fucking
Yeah.
wants it. You can donate it to Percy if you really wanted to.
It's not magical. It's not one issue.
He doesn't want it.
He's the
Well, I
leader of
figured.
like the shadow. Or the leader
One
of
gold.
I mean, he. So
Yeah,
Thomas,
shadow.
Thomas is not involved in the shadows.
He took dynasty.
What you guys doing?
Right. Yeah,
Thomas is not, to your knowledge, a part of the Shadow Council.
But he took dynasty.
He took over the Council of the Collective as leader, yes.
Goddamn moonset.
And you also know he was one of your teachers, and he also is known to be prominent in making spell scrolls in Hexwell.
We're still in the crafting district. Is that right?
Yep, you guys are like market crafting district area.
All right. I'll fucking go to like some magic blacksmith. I don't know if it's a different.
Yeah, it's the same one, it's fine.
Does weapons instead of armor.
Yeah, it's fine. They can do the same.
I'm looking for a fucking sickle. That actually does shit for druids.
I could maybe get something suited for you, but what are you looking for exactly?
So, the what I'm looking for specifically increases my, ability to hit someone with it, but it also kind of makes me more in tune with nature, or more specifically, makes them less in tune with nature. So that it's more likely any spell I cast on them.
It'll be magical.
Yeah, it's more
gonna-
effective.
It's gonna take me some time.
It's a +1 to my spell save DC.
We're talking some time.
Oh, okay.
Just to make the bear item, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Get the enchantment, maybe another week or so. That's not including the cost.
Yeah.
Christ.
If you had a ballpark cost, how much would you think it would be?
Ooh, off the top of my head, a couple thousand gold.
That's out of my price range. Alright,
Sorry.
that's fine. Bye.
Yep. You guys regroup.
Let's see, how much did I
Oh,
spend? I spent
is there like real shitty like creature place to buy things from?
A real what?
like a pet shop?
Almost like a pet shop.
Yeah. What do you want?
Go there and buy an earworm.
An earworm?
What's that?
They may not have an earworm. What is an earworm? That's kind of very specific.
A bug. Isn't that like a wondrous item?
They're probably not gonna have a bug in Hexwell. It's a pretty cold area in this area,
Isn't an earworm
or cold region in this area.
It's a magic item that allows you to detect thoughts and that's not whisper.
No, they definitely do have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
69 minus.
All right. Well, while you guys figure that out, we're gonna take just a quick break while you guys gather and figure out whatever you guys are gonna do next. While you guys are in the crafting district and the market district figuring it out. We'll be right back. All right, now we're good. Now we're back. Here we go. So,
Yes, it's in a fight.
all right, now you guys in the market district. Thank God that would have made. In the market district, what are you guys doing? You guys have bought your things. You have gathered yourselves.
I need seeds for medicinal herbs, so I can grow them at home.
Okay. What kind?
Anything that I could use to make regular potions of healing with.
Okay, so we'll just say you grab a bunch of different wildflowers and herbs, different ornate of individuals. We'll say for about a gold and 5 silver.
Okay.
You just grab a decent amount of seeds, say about 100 seeds.
Cool. All right, gold. Done. So seeds for medicinal herbs.
What else you guys got?
Could have been more specific.
I think we're gonna go to Cassandra's house.
There's an office.
Okay.
Yes, specifically her office. Her house is fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I was about to say, you go see some rebels.
Her office at the school.
I mean, that's what I was led to. I don't know if she has secret offices, but yeah, sure. 100 medicinal. 100 medicinal.
Okay. Okay. Is that where you guys heading?
I want to buy a
Good. Good.
You know how much it is? Okay, yeah, sure, 5 gold. Find one easy enough. All right, so you guys make your way from the market district and you guys shift over. You go through a couple other districts. You go through like a main roadway and there's a couple offshoots through Alberzine. As you guys do, you guys make it to what is known as the Scholar's Burrow. This is where a lot of teachers and predominant areas and offices are for a lot of professors and just different individuals in the area. You make your way there. As you do so, you walk up, Orm. There's one guard.
The audio on?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, we're good, I think.
Because you've recorded the audio.
No, we're good. Yeah, oh, 100%. No, we're good.
This to here was 3 days, correct?
Yes. You guys traveled 3 days from Invention. You guys now, walking up, you ask a guard, wondering where the Cassandra Vault's office was, or is, excuse me, and he motions off into a way. And after a few moments, Orm, you kind of get almost like a nostalgic feel to the area as you are walking. You remember the area. After a few moments, you guys make your way up into what looks like this, I'd say, small double-storied building where the buildings are kind of attached like a face. You see probably 10 or 20 just built together, almost like an apartment complex. And you know that this one building is what looks to be hers. You see a guard kind of wandering down the street. He sees that there are a bunch of you standing by. He kind of looks over. You all have business in the district.
Yes.
You know that manor right there, as he looks you, he's pointing to Cassandra's. That office is, supposedly a lady that might be dead. Rumors that there was an oh God, excuse me. There's rumors that there was an explosion happened in town. He hasn't been seen in weeks. What business do you have in there?
I'm a former student of hers.
See.
I've been tasked with delivering.
Oh, no worries, that's fine. I was making sure that nothing strange is going on. Enjoy your day. Walks off, and at this point, it's starting to almost get dark now. And you guys start making your way up, and you see the stairs narrowing. Do you guys walk in?
Yes. And as we do, I'd like to just glance over the shoulder, make sure we're not being tailed.
Okay, give me a perception check.
19 total.
You look around, and you don't see anything off the bat right away. Wait 30 seconds, and then right as you enter, you think there might be an individual a couple blocks down that kind of glances at you guys walking in.
Okay.
You guys go in? All right. As you do so, you walk in and you notice that this is most likely on Endel's Academy. You're not quite sure. It's been some time, but this is most likely within somewhat of that district. As you walk in, you notice that there are one larger office with two smaller rooms as soon as you walk in. The upstairs looks to be blocked off and somewhat maybe even destroyed or possibly be renovating. You're not quite sure. You notice that in the main office, you see that there is a couple of small tables with textbooks. You see pictures on the walls. Many of them are kind of dusty. You see other students and other acquaintances. And as you guys make your way a little bit further into her study, you see pictures of you and Cassandra. You see that there are many of them, the other individuals that you kind of grew up with. And you don't recollect right away as it was quite some time ago, but you remember these times. Realize that one of the small rooms off to the side was one of your study areas where you would sit. And while Cassandra was working, you would work. You would study and she would work and teach with you. And as you kind of meander around, you notice that there's dust in most of the area other than her main study area. Then as you walk over, you notice your area. Though dimly lit, you see one light kind of on right above your table and hers. And as you look around, you see that there's dust, but there's footsteps that have been kind of made within the dust. And as you look, you see that there's what looks like this long wooden study table with a chair. And on the other side, there's a smaller table with another set of chairs. You look and you see on her table what looks to be a couple pieces of paper and parchment. And on yours, a large covered, almost like a box, with a smaller one next to it. You see that there are footsteps that have led from the door over to where your desk is and back and forth from her desk and back and forth. You see that there's a couple arrangements of things on your desk, many of them covered. And as you look, you take a moment, you walk over to the items. Do you want to investigate the room?
Yes.
Or what do you want to do?
If my attention is drawn to these items on this desk, these two boxes, yeah, I'll go there first.
Okay, so you glance around looking. You see, as you get closer, you notice that there's like a small, what looks to be like a letter with like a seal on it. Looks to be not too fresh, but probably done within the last month or so. You notice that there's like this large, what looks to be like box with something draped over it, and then a smaller box that looks as if it has maybe like a smaller ornate, maybe 6 inches long, 2 to 3 inches wide, maybe an inch or two in height. You look and you see that the note is kind of sitting on top of whatever this larger box is.
So there's a large box, little box.
Note on top of the box, like a folded up note that's just kind of sat just right on top of the larger box.
Or we'll just let out a bit of a sigh. We'll open up the note.
All right. You take a moment, and as you go through, you look around. You grab the note. Here you go. And you can read it out loud if you want. Keep it to yourself. It's up to you. Now, as he's sitting here and you see him, the rest of you, what are you guys all doing?
I investigate the room.
Yeah. $11. You look around. You see that there is some papers on Cassandra's desk. You look around. You see tons of pictures of Orm. You see him somewhat in his basic state. Still what you've seen him as, though among students, way younger. Then you realize about the time when you met him. And when, you made acquaintances with him at Endel's. And across time, you can see how he learned many things. How his craft and not only magic, but just movement and understanding of just culture has changed. You realize that both him and Cassandra spent a lot of time here. The room is very well worn, and you see, even though that there's only 2 desks, that the chairs, especially where both of them used to sit, the like floor has been like worn incredibly, meaning that whatever they've done, it's been used quite a bit. You go over and you look at her table. The rest of you kind of see this as well. You start sifting through, and you just see notes to Aldor Trixis, and what look like individuals with the Rocks families and people in Audrey. You start glancing over, and you start putting together that he has machines everywhere. That she has spread these out and given a lot of these machines to many people to pollute many of the regions, any more than just Hexwell. That these things are meant to possibly create more creatures, abominations, cause issues, pollution. Depends on what they want to set them to. See that there's conversations of mishaps, some exploding preemptively, things happening that weren't planned, malfunctions with whatever this source is that's inside. Not able to be controlled very well. Some, they are. Notice that she most likely was putting together some sort of trade with these machines, with many individuals. As you look deeper, give me another investigation check. While you guys
22.
give me an investigation, you guys looking around, what are you guys doing?
I would yeah, magic.
Is there a window? Any windows?
No, there's one window right behind Cassandra's desk, but you see it's kind of been boarded up to darken out the room. Looks as if whatever was going on, she didn't really want people to know. You can probably assume she was working on these machines here and trying to keep it a secret.
Why were we boarding?
I didn't say you had to. I said if you wanted to.
I'll investigate like the rooms.
Okay.
I rolled a 15.
All right, so you go to one of the other rooms, and as you do so, you don't really find anything. Looks like some old stale food, maybe a place where she slept. Nothing too other than that. You with your 22s, you go through, you look and you see further in that there's like not a book. Well, it was a book. Pages torn out. Many pages. Almost like she was trying to rip some sort of thought or something that she had wrote down at some point out of her thought. See that some of the pages have been burnt. Read on and you see that whatever she was writing down, almost like maybe a journal, speaks of many of the wrongdoings that she's been doing. The souls she's sacrificing. She doesn't know for what cost, but she hopes it brings back her husband. The thousands of souls that she's been working towards with other people over the last couple of years and trying to sacrifice to a greater end. Never knows when it will come. You see that many of the pages have like almost like a burnt finger, like an ashy feel, as if they've been turned, and in some of the areas you see like black finger marks. Not all you can see. Now, when you cast Detect Magic, you notice that this whole room illuminates a sort of alarm magic. You notice that the room's been trapped. As soon as you enter, and upon entering, something triggers that.
Like, yo, hey, room's kind of trapped.
Somebody might know her.
I have answers. Unless it's the fuzz.
Then we act like we know nothing. So, Orm, after reading that, is there any...
I'm gonna stand guard by the stairs.
Alright, so you go over to the stairs and you look up,
Listen
look
for
around.
anything.
Give me a perception
anybody
check.
coming in or
Is there any windows in
One in the back that's boarded up.
16.
You listen very faintly. Here sounds like an individual making its way close to the door, almost like it's not quite sure. It sounds like, could be close, but you're not 100%.
Turn around, look at everything. Downstairs.
It's upstairs. There's stairs that go up. You go next to the wall. And it's not coming from the stairs. It's coming from like outside of the wall, like on the outside front of the building almost.
So
You're inside like a square room.
yeah, when we went in, would we go down or up?
Nope. Great. Flat.
The first
Main
floor.
room. 2 rooms. Stairwell. You're here,
Gotcha.
leaning on the wall, you know, and you're looking around, and with that, you can hear someone that sounds like moving on the out front. Now, remember, the buildings are all strung together, so it's not like there's an alleyway. So he's got to be, or he or she or whatever, has got to be like on the front, or for you to have heard that, or possibly above, maybe. But that's what you hear. So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Orem, after finishing reading, he goes over it again. As he's reading it the second time, he thinks about the people he's met, thinks about where he's come from, thinks about where he's going. He even begins to tear off a bit of the letter, but he thinks of the home that he's recently come into. He thinks of the orphans that he's come to be responsible for, and he resolves himself to do what he can, do the best that not only to serve them, but to hopefully make things right for what Cassandra has done. As he tears off this bit, you hand it to Gildor,
Oh shit.
and I will pick up both boxes. Are they open, or do they require a key?
What? One is covered, and the other one, it's not like a key, it's just like a closed box.
It's real little.
Yeah, one's real little, and the other one is like a bigger box that's kind of draped with like a cloth.
Then I'll open the big one.
All right, so you go to the big one, and you see as it's draped with like this almost silken purple cloth. You pull it back, and you see in like this ornament holder before you this like gauntlet almost, but it's not a gauntlet. You see it, and it's more like a bracer. You see as it kind of envelops whatever this like structure is holding it, almost like a mannequin. You see it enveloped from like the wrist down. You see it in like this crystalline, what's the best way? Like this sleek and metallic, with many small different like animal furs attached to the back. Many, like I mean hundreds of animal furs. You see different pelts stitched within the crafting on the top of the bracer. Underneath, you see in the fur, it's etched with like a small A that is etched into the underside in like this dark black ink with silver surrounding. You see that it sits along this like gold trim inscribed, and on the inside edge, as you look in, you see this like phrase, I guess would be the best way to say it. It says, "Save those worth saving." You can tell that this has been crafted by Cassandra Volt. In here, you can have that. That's the first big boy kind of item, and I'll tell you for flavor text, kind of as you read through this and look over this item, as you look at it, you kind of can barely tell by the light that's like emanating. It's got these small little green crystals. Just barely.
While reading, I heard that there was. Did you actually announce that there's? You pointed downstairs.
Yes. No, so we are in the first level. I'm standing right by the door, and I heard someone. I was
Warren
like,
has no idea
"Sad."
that that's going on.
Yeah, you're just like total change of attitude shift in a way.
Yep. And so I'm gonna just open up the smaller box then.
All right, as you go and you open the smaller box, you see another key, and there lies a smaller note. It tells you this will open more answers at the runes.
Oh, well, that's
They're both. Everybody else here is just like, what is happening?
There's one like wandering around.
They're looking around. They're just like, man, this is.
Is there a lock on the door?
This
Nope.
is a trapped room.
I'm like,
You guys just.
I'm sitting here. He hands me this parlor. I'm
on
like,
in.
man, I'm important apparently. Great. No pressure.
I have a
Put snow back down.
I mean, you can share it with them if you want. So
I have a brass key. Cassandra's brass key. Is there anything in this room that looks like it'll take a brass key?
give me an investigation check.
Can I assist?
Yeah, if you guys want to. Yeah,
I can assist.
you guys can all give me
You're
one
at
more.
advantage.
Okay. That's better.
I'll let another group look if you guys want to like help assist and
I
look.
find fucking nothing.
Nothing.
What are we looking for?
You're just investigating the room.
16 total.
Orm has a
Brass key.
brass key and he's like, what can I use this for?
This doesn't.
So you guys
I got now.
just both aid each other out.
Okay, well, I got a
I
14.
find nothing.
I got 16.
You look around. I'll say, how long do you want to look?
What's stopping us from
10
staying
minutes.
the night in this office?
I don't.
Okay, so
I'll go with 10.
so let's say
Crap,
you look
so-
around 10 minutes. You find nothing.
Okay.
You look 30 minutes. Find what looks behind Cassandra's room, where that window looked to be boarded up. You look at it for another moment, and then you think to yourself, this building wasn't thick enough to have a window in the back. You know, the thickness of the building,
Yeah.
probably some building behind hers,
Uh-huh.
there shouldn't be a window. You look at it again, you go up to it, and you realize, what was your 16?
Yeah.
You see that the window, even though it's boarded up, where the window seam looks like, it almost looks like a small little like cabinet. Comes ajar.
Okay. Did you ever share that there was? You still not do that?
I'll
I
share
can
with
say everyone.
I'll walk away from the door.
I don't say it.
There was somebody, I could hear somebody outside.
I just realized he's loud as shit moving around.
I already know we're in here. So.
Yeah, they do know. True. All right, I'll start pulling boards off.
All right, so as you go and pull up the board back, you realize very easily the whole hinge system kind of opens up, and behind it, you see what looks like a vault. That's it.
It's a keyhole.
A vault.
A vault.
Yep, there's a keyhole.
There is, in fact, a keyhole.
Hmm.
I will
Take a moment.
hesitate.
Yeah.
Where's my gem? YOLO.
Okay, you put your key and you enter it.
Yeah.
As you open it, you see that there is a bright green glowing. It looks as if it has been cut almost in like a third.
Yeah.
You see that it looks as there's a parchment beneath. You see as you lift it up, and it has the locations. And as you look at it, you know that this is town that she spoke of in her note. You see the coordinates and the location of Landem, and you notice that this is probably near the ruins where I found you.
Okay. Question: this is not a
So there-
seasonal gem. This is
No,
a green.
this is a green gem.
This is very, very much.
And this looks to be like 1/3 of it, and you notice he notices as he looks at it that there looks to be another third of it location, or another third of it at this location. So it looks like she maybe had two parts of it, separated it out, and kept one in her vault and put another one elsewhere.
Then I'm gonna pick up the fucking green gem and eat it.
Now, as you pick it up, you
Probably the
immediately
safest place
feel
for
like
it.
this.
What he was people eat it. Yeah. Fuck, this
You
would
feel
be-
like this lightness of like magical essence just kind of like flow through you for a moment. And as you do so, you take it, and it is very light. Like, I mean, you almost feel like it could float for a second as you hold it in your hand. Now, this gem, that big. Not very big. His, the first one he had, a full gem, was like palm size, maybe a little smaller than your palm.
I'm gonna stash the map essentially.
Gem.
Stash this gem.
If only you knew.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm talking that.
Oh, the map. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna close the vault and
We hearing?
I don't know. You want to listen? Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna lock the vault. Take the key.
Yeah.
And close the boards.
All right.
Like, all right. I think we're done.
You hear nothing.
Wanna go upstairs?
Is there a whole nother story? We have.
It looks as if there's another story.
Oh fuck! I didn't. I was kind of busy.
All right, so you go upstairs. You see the door's been kind of boarded, but not very well. You kind of just pry the door open just a little bit, and you look inside. It's a completely empty room. It looks like it was at some point being renovated. You see that in the very far end, it looks like a picture of Orem. So I'd say you can almost lead to believe that this was going to be his own room.
In deep.
There's a crib in the room. I was never
nursery.
I was never that small.
Kill your mom.
You were in deep with this.
There's fucking building blocks.
I mean, I've said it before, but I was not built, or at least or born, at least anytime recently. I was found. He was one of the people who found me. I sat in an abandoned workshop 3 years without. I didn't think it was I had no words. There was no concept of language or self, at least at the time that I knew of. On the numbers, reading, writing, arithmetic. He's the one who the lack of language wasn't a lack of language, it was an entirely different system based entirely different from common, primordial. I just didn't know. She's the one who gave it a name, the one who told it to me. Part of her letter was talking about that very same ruin. He's asking me to go there. There were apparently another part of this gem there.
Gem's what started it all.
Yeah. So yes. Thunderbolt was like a mother to me. I just hope I can do it. I think we're done.
Like, this is not comfortable for me.
Yeah, Gildor is off in the corner trying to smoke as much of his pipe as he can. So, you guys meander about for a moment, letting Orem have his second. Gather yourselves. What are you guys doing? Alright, you guys turn. You guys start making your footfalls as you guys get ready to head out the door.
Is there a back door?
No. You guys go, and as you open the door, you see an individual standing right in front of you. You guys were in there for about an hour, maybe a little over an hour. And as you do so, you pull the door open. You see what looks to be this human, bald-headed, sleek, kind of tan-skinned man with this, like, blood-colored red robe that kind of just drapes back over his shoulders. Aldor Trixis. He stands there. He kind of looks and he smiles. So, why have you come to Cassandra's office?
You head upstairs. single painting that should tell you.
Mm.
His mom.
Oh, I know. But you didn't come for anything else.
What else was there to come for?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the other part of the gem. I know she has.
Another part? Insinuates that you know that there's another part.
Oh, I have one of the other portions.
Oh, yeah.
And now that I know she's dead, I want the other two. And I know one is inside her office. And I know there's a location of another one somewhere that probably she knows about.
What he knew about? You good?
True, knew about.
We're just gonna have to agree. Like,
So you don't know anything about this gem? You don't know anything about the location?
Even if we did, I'm not sure.
Well, he kind of looks around, and you guys are now standing kind of out front of an establishment. There's only one guard in the street. It's dark. There's no one else out. I don't want to make a scene about this.
I mean, the last time there was a scene,
He ran like a bitch.
yes. You lived because we allowed it.
Yes,
Well,
but
the
now
scene-
the stakes are a little bit higher as I know that there's something for me to gain.
You've told us that you have part of the gem.
Oh, I do.
That's a two-way street, bud.
I want the whole thing.
Maybe now I do.
Right. The street.
Yeah.
We were in the,
Did I throw this pit in my pouch directly under him?
want to hold off on the fucking Looney Tunes.
I can't not.
I mean, you
Why
can,
would
yeah.
Coyote the phone?
Yeah.
You might want to wait.
Alright, so just give me an attack roll.
Plus
Throw on
what?
a fucking pin on the
Just
ground.
Dex. I'm gonna say this is a ranged attack roll, sure.
It's garbage.
What is it?
They're gonna trap us.
So I'll just say you guys are all just kind of standing out front of the house, and you guys are all standing within, like 10 feet of each
I
other.
hate saying misses.
So you go to pull it out, and as you do so, you realize as you go to throw it down, it's way wider than you thought.
Yeah.
You thought it might have been just a little hole. Nah, this thing's like
This thing's
15
like-
feet wide. And you realize as you throw it down, you and everybody, as well as Aldor, just immediately plummet, and you all are going to take
God damn it, Gildor!
1d6 falling damage.
5 damage as you guys all fall down, and you see Aldor Trixis just in a moment just kind of cast something, and he slowly just levitates down.
Damage again.
5.
5. He then lands on a small little ledge that's right above you, maybe a foot, in the same hole, and he just laughs.
Yeah.
This magic trickery is a joke. So, like I said, I want the gem. If not now, I'll take it when I can. He holds out his hand. I'm giving you the easy way now. You don't want what comes with that. I promise you. Just give it over. There's nothing to think about.
There's a million things to think.
Don't even know what it could do.
Right.
So let me have it.
No.
Then let it be known then that I will get this gem. I'll not do it now.
Then can you do me a favor?
Just see him start floating back up out of this bar.
Counterspell the float.
Okay.
That's third level stuff.
At
Liza.
what level?
Third level
Yeah, I was
spell.
about to say.
So that's
Okay.
gone.
You just see him as he makes it about 8 or 9 feet up. You just see it stop, and he kind of catches himself on the wall. He turns, fucking peasant magic, and he kind of just starts climbing back up now the wall. You guys watching him
Anybody
just do
got
this?
Anything else?
Oh, I mean, we could just shank this bitch.
That's the point.
But, you say you'll come for the gem. Do me a favor and bring your third. So that way when we kill you, it's easy for me.
See him as he's just crawling. He's like, all right, we'll see. But the next
I'm
time,
gonna shot him with a ray of cold.
you may not wish to see me.
I'm
And he
ready
just
to pull
slowly.
again.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, well then he's gonna fucking just turn around. Are you really?
Oh, Jesus.
No, okay, no, he's doing it.
Come on, man. We were literally just told earlier today not to fucking. I feel like killing a professor that the headmaster is friends with.
Hang on, let me pull up a
Not a
sheet.
good idea. At least
Hang
if
on.
he comes to us, it'll be like self-defense on our terms. And probably not Alberzine.
No one's gonna see us throwing a ray. We're in a hole right now. There's
What
no
is
way
it?
this is.
What level?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, well, he just turns. You see him wave his hand. And as he does so, he turns. He smiles. I'll make sure a certain headmaster hears about this.
So you're gonna go cry to mommy?
Yes. I guess I am. You see him at a moment, he goes out and he goes, and you see him slowly start walking as you hear the footsteps as he walks away.
Sometimes, Gildor, you gotta be a little more subtle, right? With the intimidation. Like, you can't just outright cast
So, what are you guys doing? You guys are in a 15-foot
Ray
hole.
Frost. You gotta
And,
see.
Grappling Hook.
okay, so you just,
And bye.
and you go up and you just start climbing on up this rope. All right, the rest of you can follow suit up and out.
Yeah.
And follow, you regather your rope and you tie it back up.
I
And
feel like
what
we should get the fuck out of the city now.
do you guys do?
Do we even have business?
No, this was the last thing we did.
I think we can just leave. And then, have some reading to do.
Same.
Okay. Well, let's find our fucking carriage.
I should have summoned my.
You feel like we should not have. We should have been a little more subtle, a little more on the DL with our.
Nah, it's night. We should have fucking.
We
We should have shoved him in the office we were just in.
He was
handled it.
He wasn't hostile at all. We should have just.
Fireball him.
He wasn't violent. He was simply promising violence. I feel
And
like-
that's enough for me.
I feel like we should work on that. I feel like we should maybe work on that. Jump the gun. But I think we'll get the fuck out of the city today. But I think we'll be okay.
I'm jumpy. I haven't hit somebody with a spell in like 3 days.
That's a front.
Hey, well, we're being followed by
Maybe we'll find some wolves on the way back.
here, so.
We can get.
I'll tell you what we're gonna next to him, and he can fire a spell at that.
All right, so what you guys do?
We're gonna find our carriage and leave.
All right, well, the carriage would be out of town.
We left it outside. Then yeah, we're gonna leave.
Grendridge and them took it.
I thought they rented it.
Okay, they rented one, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Well, that's
'cause
right,
if
that's right, they
If they
did.
took ours, my undead would have killed them.
And then we find Grandridge and Tennessee.
Good call.
Grandridge and Tennessee.
Because they're 3 days.
Fucking-
24 hours. It doesn't list the commands anymore. And then they have a fucking gorilla with 4 arms, just like yeah, that's a bad.
All right, so you guys are.
Yeah, we're leaving.
There's
We're
like
trying to get
4
the fuck
dead
out of here.
thieves.
All right, so you guys
Yeah.
make your way back. You guys find your carriage.
Yeah. That's actually how we're gonna get some passive income going. We're just gonna leave the carriage out in like a highly with a burner car,
Right, cast disguise self on the fucking gorilla.
Now,
so
as you
it's like
guys make it back to your carriage, you guys see surrounding your caravan a couple individuals that are kind of waiting. You guys make it up and go to entry, and they're, yeah, we're interested in your tours.
Unfortunately, we don't do tours. We're just sponsored by the company. Terry's Tours, great
Oh.
tours.
Oh, okay. They kind of seem a little disheartened.
Teddy's Tours, isn't that what I said?
Nope, it's Terry.
Terry's? Teddy's Tours. My bad. It's on the thing. I can't read.
It's probably a good thing it's on the caravan,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. This just goes to show how much I care about my sponsor.
Hey,
You can't respect. You can't. Fuck.
so no tours.
No. If you ever see a guy named Teddy and he's giving tours, take up the opportunity.
Will do.
If you're, if you want, ride with us for like a mile.
Is that a tour?
I mean,
Well, I mean,
no, you won't learn anything, and you'll be a mile away from the city. So if you
No, I
Yeah.
want to see a tour.
um,
Thought this was maybe a tour of the city.
no.
He just starts walking
This
away.
is a tour to Ventus.
He's already walked away.
Sorry.
You just-
Sorry, bye.
Yep, he doesn't even say bye.
Shitty tours.
A couple of people just kind of look around. Oh, you're offering tours.
No.
Oh. They just kind of keep on walking
He
by.
is though.
So you
Yeah, we
guys,
should just get the fuck out now.
you guys get in your caravan. You take your carriage. It takes about, with the people walking around and getting through traffic, probably about 30 minutes. Make your way out. You guys finally make it outside, make it through the gate. You see a couple guards open the gateway, and you guys make it through over this bridge. You guys go outside of Alberzine. So it keeps on falling now that you have exited the magical bubble, and you see now the snow and tracks of all the different carriages and caravans that have made their way through over the past day or so. You guys keep going for about a mile. Now it is completely dark out. It is about 10 p.m., 11 p.m. You guys can hear off in the distance some of the dire wolves howling and whatnot. And you guys, after about, I'd say about another mile, so you guys are about 2 miles, 3 miles outside of the city, you see a shadow figure check.
You should have big shit.
I mean, you can give me one, sure, if you want.
Keep checking that every like,
Okay.
And do you have proficiency in shadow figure check?
Yeah, is that is that a feat?
It comes with a demon blood. You know? I actually have expertise.
All right.
20.
You look around.
Shadow figures.
You don't see any, but you do see, as you're looking around, you notice that there's what looks to be like a sideways, almost turned over caravan. You notice that it looks as if there are about 9 individuals seem to be standing around this caravan. You see a smaller, I'd say maybe 3 foot, maybe 3.5 foot tall individual with some sort of like large staff, like wielding it back and forth, swinging it around. You see another individual like backing off, both of them with like their backs towards a tree, bending off with a long sword of some sort. These other 9 individuals, one of, or maybe 2 of them have what looks to be like some sort of torch or lantern, and you just see this mini commotion about 20 to 30 feet off the side of the road. It looks as if there's a couple other caravans and people that dismounted a couple horses, and it looks as if this caravan has been like ran off the.
About this?
All right, you guys see this?
They could be our friends.
It's about 400 or 500 feet in front of you guys.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but
One of them is wielding a staff.
I feel like I have to be morally good now, so we have them.
I'm all about one.
Yeah.
I'm willing to kill just about anything.
Let's go see what's up.
That was useful to me.
All right, so you
Maybe
guys,
we can save
Yeah,
some
it's
lives.
you guys keep
Save
going
some lives
on
today.
through the snow. Now, who is driving?
No, we're gonna fucking break up a fight.
Right, but I mean,
Oh.
you guys are like 500 feet away.
Oh,
So I
okay.
mean, are you guys gonna get closer? Or you guys just getting out 500 feet away?
No. Well, yeah. Me, I guess.
I
You guys can, like, keep pace.
I command Abe to go fast.
Are you proficient in leading vehicles? Nope. All right. I think I just have the best.
I have
hand-
the worst
animal
animal handling here.
I have pretty good. So,
I don't think
but
we need animal
you're
handling.
also
Abe's.
yeah. You have a
Oh.
giant ape, so him, I guess.
All right, so you command it, and you guys start moving on forward. The rest of you guys make it, and you guys kind of now hear the commotion is getting closer. You guys are about 200 feet away. Give me perception checks, everybody.
Everyone but me were.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
16.
19.
Bad. Okay, so as you guys are now closer, a little bit, you know, it's still dark, but now under just the small amount of light that some of these lantern and torches are providing, you can tell that this is Denistine Grendridge. It looks as if they are somewhat bloodied and they have been pushed off the road. And you see what looks like a bunch of these individuals are going after Grendridge. You see him kind of fending himself off, and Denistine kind of off on the side, trying to like side maneuver, fight off some of these. And you see some of them kind of keeping a distance, some locked with like what look like bows and some crossbolts. You see one almost what looks like possibly wielding some arcane. You're not quite sure.
How far are we away?
About 200 feet. You guys are getting ready to approach. As you guys do so, you guys slowly kind of make your way up. As you do, you see them kind of run off into the field. As Grendridge, being hit, taking some shots, he immediately just starts booking it off. You see Denistine kind of follow. The rest of them, the 9, a couple hop on a couple horses, start going off into basically the plains, into part of the forest. You see them as they take off through the snow. You guys now in your carriage still. What do you guys want to do? You guys following, or are you guys getting out? What's your action?
Can we yell?
Right now, it's about 300 feet. You see them as you guys are just kind of maneuvering, all this happening, and then in a just quick burst, they just start taking off. And you see about Dennisine and Grendridge both just take off, and then about 6 individuals running on foot behind them, and then another like 3 tailing them with horseback.
Have we been noticed yet?
No, they are entranced in what is going on with this.
I'm half tempted to just get away.
How far away are
About 250, 300 feet.
Pick up the pace. And
You gotta go. That's cool. Dude. I'll catch you up. You're not gonna miss anything crazy.
Oh, is it already that time? Oh, damn. Huh? Fucking, I'm gonna just pull the trigger, and I'm gonna pull out my sickle of breaking.
All right, so you're gonna rip it out.
I'm gonna fucking just smash it.
All right, so you pull it out, and on the caravan side, you're just, and it just shatters through. You see 2 of the horsemen kind of turn around, and one of them he motions to a couple of the others, and you see 3 that seem to kind of bend off, 2 on horse and 1 on foot. As this is kind of going on, you see them kind of turning around, and you see 1. He motions towards you, and you see 2 noose and arrow, and it looks as if they're getting ready to shoot. And then in a moment, you see the arrows start flying through as you see the rest of the individuals take off through the field. As you're seeing this, what do you do?
There's just 2 arrows just fucking hanging out.
All right, bye, Seth. Have a good one, bro.
I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any spells that can hit him from this far away, and I don't think I have anything that can alter the course of arrows.
All right, so you're just dodging. All right, so
I'll cast shield to cover the carriage. I also have shield, can I insist?
I would say no.
Okay, that'd be cool as hell though.
Yeah, I mean, so
practice
you
that.
guys kind of tearing off through. You see the arrows as it goes. Let's see if they are going to do anything. As you see these 2 kind of just tailing off. No, so both of them, they kind of just kind of rip through the top of the, let's say, canopy for a little bit. They don't hit anything, and they just kind of rip off and through the back. As this happens, you see them now seeing this whole caravan coming towards them. You see them kind of turn, and they start booking it towards the rest of them. Seeing now this whole caravan and a couple of you on it, they're going to go, and they start looking like they're regrouping. You see them in a quick motion, kind of faintly going back up. There's still a little bit of a separation as you guys follow on. You guys close the gap to about 150 feet, where you guys are seeing Grendridge and Dennisine come to what looks like a solid passing that they have been cut off. You see what looks like some runes that have been kind of made out in this forest, and it looks as if Grendridge and Dennisine have kind of backed themselves once again into somewhat of a corner. You see some of the elements around them as they start being surrounded in, and you see men now with their swords kind of shining under the moonlight as they walk up, and that's where we're going to end today. We'll pick up next week with this, and you guys can deal with this situation however you all want to.
Finally read this.
That's right, yeah. Seth had to bounce a little early, so I don't want to go too far without him.
Yeah, I feel like getting into combat.
Oh, no.
Combat
There's
takes
no
a
way.
while.
But yeah, 100%. Plus with a decent amount of people. So next week will probably be
11
a
people.
lot of combat, yeah. So be ready. That'll be pretty hot. And I will tell you, Orem, you got quite a bit of XP for that. That is like a major chunk of part of your story. So that was a huge milestone you hit.
Cool.
So cool there. But yeah. Until next week. Good job, guys. Peace out, everybody.